Hey, what up, y'all? Sweet. What up, y'all? Sweet. What it do? Welcome back to the We Feel y'all. Welcome to you. I got distracted by the details. Spirit just put that in. That was the download. They've been telling us to pay attention to the details pretty much all day, yo. All day. Well, it started from yesterday. Yesterday, 8. Today is 8/12. 2026 when we leave this message, but it's still good for now, beloved. We started picking up this download. We got the initial download in a live that we did yesterday evening, which was 8/11/2026. I probably need to start putting dates on these things again so that people can keep up with it. Like, so shit falls out in chronological order. But whenever you get the message is when you get it. It's still good for now, beloved. Pray you resonate with the principle. Spirit said, pay attention to the details. We were getting the devil. You know how they always say that the devil is in the details. And I always thought that was a kind of weird statement. You know what I mean? Especially thinking about it now, it's like confirmation. Truth, right? The truth is usually revealing itself in the details of something. Like when you pay attention to the details, you will hear shit either don't add up or it's not this or that, right? So why is it described as the devil is in the details? So I guess the person that's lying is exposed through the details of what they're doing or what they're showing, what they're saying. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega for bringing the message onto self first and foremost for self-edification. We are Lati. We are a spiritual reader, a conduit, a channel messenger onto that which created all things. We just a pixel and piece of them, of creation itself, the only begotten. The infinite intelligence is breathing. Iced coffee today that we got, it is, what is it? What flavor did we put in here? Strawberry vanilla. Strawberry vanilla. Great day, beloved, great day. We started giving our introduction and folks got kicked out. It was like, what the hell? La la la. La la la. La la la. Yeah, the devil is revealed in the details. They always give themselves away through the shit they say. And I'm also, somebody need to take a closer look or something. I'm seeing a closer look. What up, Miss Monica? Great day. Real, pure, divine empress. Great day to you. Love to you as well, beloved. You are love. I affirm that everything is beautiful. They do. They reveal themselves through the things, I can't get it out because the spirit is saying something. I pray that this message is edifying unto self first and foremost, and that we are strengthened, fed. I'm here and hold my composure because I told y'all there's been a lot of shit going on. Testimony to Tarot. We all weak, yo. Well, not all of us. You know what I'm saying? Some people is on that tear shit, that evil eye motherfucking energy. Jealousy, envy. And we've been talking about the energy of the cosmos. We talked, man, when I said we started last March just passed, how this time of the year was going to be hot as shit. What's going on in the cosmos, beloved? When I say planetary alignment, first it was Lionsgate, then it's planetary alignment, it's solar eclipses, it's lunar eclipses, a full solar eclipse, and then a partial lunar eclipse. Mercury was in retrograde. It has now gone direct. So communication is direct, right? We got Saturn in retrograde, having people deal with some shit, right? That fire heat, the heat wave. Oh, wow, it's a heat wave there in London. I mean, England. Why did I see London? So London is significant. Put a pin in that because I read England and said London. So what the shit? That's a pin, significant. What's going on with London? And then Neptune is also in retrograde. So it's, and that's like we talked about before, I think it's helping people deal with some deep rooted emotions and stuff. Like, it's a lot going on. So I watched the Phoenix Priest yesterday. She's another one of our sister circles. Shout out to the Phoenix Priest, and she was mentioning like how communication has been hot and heavy and very direct. Like, people are no longer taking bullshit. They not. Now this could work good, and don't judge it good or bad. It just is. Some people be ratting for the wrong shit. Like, period. Like, some people really rat for the wrong shit. You could know a person wrong is two left shoes, and they still rat for it. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'ma still rat because this is this. I get it. I get it. You probably a rap for that person out in public, and some people will tell them about themselves behind closed doors. Like, look, I got your back because, when we together, look, we a unit. We here, But when we get in the car, I'm going to tell you where you was wrong at. Now, take it how you want to, because I done been there. That's my BFF. That's my bestie, my bro. I'm going to ride with you. Even if I know you right or wrong, I'm going to ride with you in the face of the opposition. But damn it, when we get look, you wrong, right? Now, you on bullshit. That was foul. Whatever the case may be. We can say that, but we going to keep that right here between us. So, but some people don't even do that shit. Some people don't call. They be like, whatever. You said I don't support no form of it. And there's various different degrees, right? I'm not saying that you can just look. I even still be feeling that shit. Silence is complicit. At this time, Mercury has gone direct, and people are not taking bullshit. They just not. And they feel like it's bullshit, disrespect. They not taking it. And I get it. It is what it is, because we all own it. It's all like that. It's all like that. Like, it's really like that. But the thing about it is, look at the details before you react. The devil reveals itself through the details, through the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to figure some shit out, before you get into it, you don't want a person to be pulling and puppeteering you, I suggest you pay attention to the deeds. The universal law of allowing is coming through. The universal law of allowing. You can't fix, change, or control anybody. You can't fix, control, or change anybody. So I pray that the message overflows. We speaking on principle. It's principles to this shit. Principalities. Like Friday coming up. It's the top of the week, Wednesday. I heard like Friday chilling. I see you coming up. Mm, 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 mm. I'ma give you the lowdown. Mm, mm, mm. You ain't never gotta worry about nothing, just as long as I'm around. That's Lupe Fiasco. I see you coming up. I see you coming up. The law of reciprocity. Give without expecting anything in return. Give without expecting anything in return. The law of reciprocity is in reverse. Hello, hello, hello. Right? Especially, right, if you don't do nothing to rectify it. Something got to change. Give without expecting in return. And I can get, like, some people are quiet, but then they handle shit different. They handle it how they handle it behind the scene, and you can still pursue justice. Like, you can pursue balance. But and so, how people choose to pursue justice and choose to pursue balance is different, But when we don't say nothing else, that's our business, The law of love. Your heart knows no bounds. What up, Weed? What up, Kai? What up, Weed? Yeah, strategic. Absolutely, Miss Monica. Strategic. It's strategy to this. Okay, we gotta tell y'all a testimony. First, we gotta tell y'all we pray that you receive the messages based on principle, yo, that you be spiritually strengthened, edified, and nourished to bear your own yoke. Because everybody got their own yoke. You bearing something. And I pray that you overflow, right? Not only are you able to bear it, but you are able to overflow, beloved. And that we meet in the middle. Strength, unity, harmony. Pay attention to the details to deal with the devil that's in it. Deal with the devil that's in it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Cindy Lou Tarot. I appreciate you. Yeah, no action is still action. The law of love. Your heart knows no bounds. But we've been given that reminder that healthy love has boundaries. Healthy love has boundaries. You are love. And we said that. I believe the beloved said very early on, yeah, real pure divine empress said love to the goddess, and I said love to them too, and a reminder that you are love, or something to that effect, because you are love. And there are laws that govern love. There are spiritual laws, natural laws that govern love. And one of the laws that govern love is one, the law of reciprocity. You have to give to receive. In order for us to experience the 3D, we must, the same way we receive the breath that animates the God body, we must also give that right back out. As soon as we take one in, we give one out, right? The cosmos gives us air, and we give it air. It is a part of the natural process. Everything is giving and receiving. So always watch your giving. Pay attention to the details. What are you giving, and then what are you receiving? If you are giving goodness and healthy love and you are receiving bullshit, then you might want to look at that. Is it reciprocal? Is it true reciprocity? Is it healthy reciprocity where you are not being siphoned off of? If you go to the store and buy some shit, you want to get what the hell you bought. Testimony. We went to Family Dollar months ago. Got a little 7-piece little bed set. Throw in the guest room, or I think we was actually putting in our bedroom, so it didn't matter. $45 for 7 pieces? What the fuck ever. I'm getting it. It's cute. Blue and white. We like the blue. Anywho, we get it. Actually waited a day because the dude that said, go on here, download the app, get the coupon, come back tomorrow, we having a sale, and you can use your coupon, you're going to get some extra coin off. Bet. I'll be back. So, I go, I do the thing, I took a picture of my card. Come back the next day, get all my little shit, buy the everything. Everything else is put up, is being used. You know what I'm saying? So, we ain't taking shit back. Thank you, Most High God, for everything that you have gifted onto us. All the energy you have expended has gone out into the universe. We've invested it into the home. You know what I'm saying? We ask that you return it to us, magnified, overflowing with dividends. Always got to pray for the return of your energy that you sow out, okay? It's invested. Put it out there. Magnify it. Send it back on to the source that spent it. That. Alpha Omega. So, we just recently opened up the comforter. We're going to put it on the bed. Ooh. We're going to change the look. You got to refresh, right? I opened that shit up out of 7 pieces. 7-piece set. It's only one. One. It ain't nothing in it but the comforter. No shams, no sheets, no, none of that. All that shit was missing. I was like, damn. And you could tell that nobody went in there and rambled through it and just stole some shit out, because the blanket was still folded like the manufacturer. You know, then they folded and put it in there. So you could tell it had never been open. How the fuck is it missing from the... That's the shit. Missing from the manufacturer. Okay? Whatever delivery system, packaging system, they just didn't put the sheets in the damn package. They didn't. Check it. So I go to Family Dollar. I'm getting blessing all of her college supplies and shit. You know they need extra shit even if they could go to the and cafeteria or whatever and get food and shit. She don't necessarily I need and she don't need, but you know, she got her ramen and snacks and shit, whatever the fuck ever, supplies and whatever. So we doing that. And some said just ask. So I said, I want to speak to the manager. She was like, I'm the assistant manager. Or no, I said, can I ask you something? She just was associate walking by. I said, can I ask you something? She said, yes. I said, I don't know if you can help me. Because you probably might say that it ain't nothing that we could do. But I'm just going to ask you. She said, okay. I said, I brought a bed set months ago here. It was a blue and white one from the bedding section, king set, and I opened it up and it wasn't nothing but a comforter in the bag. And she was like, She was like, nah, I'm the assistant manager. So you have to come back tomorrow when our manager is here. She was like, maybe he could do something for you, give you a gift card or something. I said, yeah, because the receipt been gone. That was months ago. I just never opened it up. And so when I finally opened it, I discovered ain't shit in it but the comforter. All that to say, going on about my way, make my little purchases, shit, come home. I go back the next morning, yesterday, talk to the manager. I said, can I speak to you? He said yes. And he recognizes me. I've been going into this Family Dollar for almost 3 years as been rebuilding. So, Royal Rich Rising. Hey, Christine. Hey, Coach. Hey, V. Thank y'all so much. Kentucky in the house. Hey, Maine. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. So I go in there and I talk to the manager. He recognizes me. I shop there all the time, very frequently. And I tell him, I said, I bought this bed set. And when I opened it up, it wasn't no sheets in it. It was supposed to be a 7-piece set, and it wasn't nothing in it but the comforter. He was like, you got the receipt? I'm like, no, because that was months ago. I just never opened it. And so he was almost like, yeah, it ain't really nothing I could do and all this stuff. I said, well, I could tell that nobody went in the bag and stole nothing out. I said it was just packaged like that. It just came like that. So something in his spirit must have told him to go investigate further, to look at the details of what I was saying to him. So check this. Look at the details. Something in his spirit said, investigate further. Look at the details. He went to the shelf and the same, because I'm carrying the package, right? It's not, and get shit in it. It's period. Give me 1 second. I'm on my way back. Don't leave. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be edifying. The ingredients is coming together. We're gonna get to cooking. See? $45 for a 7-piece set. It wasn't nothing in it but the comforter. Y'all see it's something in the bag. This is the receipt from yesterday when we went shopping. I took the empty package with me. Ain't that cute? I thought that was pretty. I like the blue. So I'm showing him so he can go to the shelf. He can definitely see it comes from a Family Dollar. He knows I shop there all the time. So all of these things is going, they got to be calculating. They got to be adding up. Right? Why would I be lying? Alpha Omega. Let these cards speak. Anywho. He investigates further to check out the details of what I'm saying. He opens up. Now, I got a king. It's a king set and a queen set still left on the shelf. It's only 2, right? So he opens up the queen set and he starts feeling around in the package. And I could see his face change. Like, I said, what? He was like, it ain't no sheets in this one either. Came like that. He went to the king set that was on the upper shelf, fell through that. It was sheets in that one. So it was random. It was mixed. Some was packaged with sheets, the other 6 pieces, and some wasn't. So obviously, if I'm coming in here saying I just opened this and it ain't no the other 6 pieces is missing, he go on his shelf and find a queen set that ain't got no sheets in it. 6 pieces is missing, but the king set had the sheets. So guess how I got the sheets? He went right in that king set, took the sheets out, and gave them to me. Not for free, because I had already paid for them. Right, it was a quality control issue. So I got the sheets, didn't have to go through all of the hoopla, and it was very calm, very easy, because something in his spirit told him to investigate and pay attention to the details, beloved. The devil is in the details. It will reveal what's going on. Some shit is a quality control issue. And if you, I'm getting the quality of a your control, you might be able to solve some issues. I didn't go in there ranting and raving like, y'all sold me an incomplete package and I want this. No. No. And I even asked him, I said, well, what you gonna do? He was like, I'm gonna discount the both of them. He was, cause now it's only one queen only had the comforter, cause it came with no sheets, just like mine did, no sheets. And he took the sheets out the other one and gave them to me. So he broke them down. And went right up there to his person, his associate, and said, if anybody back, I want you to do something or whatever, and mark these two down on a discount because they came with QC issues where it's not no sheets in them. So no, now we're just selling them as a lower price as a comforter only. I was like, that was so easy. He was so creative the way he just came up with it. He didn't have to do no nonsense in terms of like figure out a way to give me a refund or a gift card or none of that shit. And I was glad because now I got the sheets. We got the whole set. A lot of people don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? They will, Spirit is saying, for one, I'm saying the word diplomatic. Don't try. It was very practical. Very practical. Yeah. It's definitely about the details. Pay attention. And if he didn't investigate, he wouldn't have found that detail in that one set that didn't have no sheets in it. The fact that he could investigate and the spirit told him to look further, go deeper. I'm seeing the page of swords. Not look further or just go deeper, investigate. Be a little curious. I'm curious to see. Do all the ones on my shelf have sheets? Because if they don't have sheets, and you got to think about the girl before said, we know Big Lots, sometimes, not Big Lots, but Family Dollar, sometimes it don't be right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't be right. And they know that about their store. You know what I mean? It is what it is. QC issues. So if you have a quality control issue of quality control in the past, like a history with a conglomerate, with a person, with an entity, and you don't stop to consider what the customer is saying, what another person is saying, then that's weird. You might want to rein some shit in. Come here, sit down and listen for a second. You know what I'm saying? I know that love knows no bounds, but damn it, the devil is in the details. If you got history with a person or an entity that tells you it could be some control issues, then you might look, because they'll fuck around and get you in some shit, and you will be sitting up there taking a loss for something knowing that they on bullshit. I'm just saying, that's what I'm picking up. Like, so pay attention to the details before for somebody shit erupt. It just is what it is. What a man at. I was so grateful to, for it to be made right in such a, smooth kind of way. Look, unconscious deletion. Right, so delete some shit that can be fucking with your subconscious and meta programming. People be programmed, You was a supervisor at Burlington. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, that it's just not packaged right. It's not packaged right. It's a QC issue. So if a person is coming in to tell you about some shit that you already have some sort of history or awareness of, don't be like, oh, I'ma just No, we can't. Company policy says I can't. No, because then I'm the one that would have been getting robbed and scammed. I'm the one getting robbed and motherfucking scammed because you sold me a fucking sham. Well, the shams was missing. That's the point, beloved. Yeah, you would give it away if they kind, and that's exactly what we did. We stayed in our energy. And which is crazy, right? Now just think, what if all the king sets didn't have no sheets in it? And the queen sets did. I still wouldn't have had no sheets. But look how the most high God worked it out. Source said, no, you're gonna get what you do. The queen said it was only two, a queen and a king. The queen didn't have no sheets in it, but the king did. So he was able to swap the sheets for the king set and give me mine. Make me whole and sell the other two on a discount just as a comforter, yo. Not the set, but just a comforter. We was appreciative for that. You talking about gratitude for how things just come together. I don't know if this is meeting, but a clashing. But then it came together, integrating. Yeah, outcome orientated. Look at the outcome. The outcome was that we got exactly what we came for. We know where we came from. We heard that. Words that regulate. Regulate your speech. I told you it was giving me like somebody need to come sit down. Come here, come here, come here. Have a seat, sit down. That's what I heard. Unconscious deletion. Deletion is often unconscious, creating a blind spot in communication and in decision making. Who got a blind spot? Do you know somebody that got a blind spot in their motherfucking... That's what Spirit said. Blind spot. Walking around with blinders on. Yep. Meta programs. Being programmed. Meta is big. That's a big entity. A conglomerate, right? I'm hearing Mommy Wata, Naya be knowing. She always be saying conglomerate. But I'm thinking about a big entity or a primary person. If it's not a primary person, it's somebody big, they're major. Right? But they have the ability to program your mind. Oh, wow. Wow, Gene. That's crazy. You work QC through college. And I work QC as well. It seems like all the jobs or that we had, different positions growing up, we were always elevated into quality control because we had an eye for details. A lot of people don't have eye for details. They don't pay attention. And um, easiest way to think about that shit is cleaning the fuck up. Washing dishes. You know how a person pay attention to what they doing so they make sure all the shit is clean. They might even hold the glass up and see it, like, make sure you didn't miss shit. That you still ain't got lipstick around the motherfucking rim. It ain't still something stuck on the glass. You check between the prongs and the forks and make sure you got off all the food and shit. Some people just wash them motherfuckers and go like this and sit them in there and rinse. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. Some people just don't pay fucking attention. And paying attention is a skill set. You can get paid to pay attention, beloved. Attention to detail. That's what the devil is at. Right? Rewriting the narrative. So I definitely feel like, has some shit been rewritten? Change your experience by changing the narrative. If the story you're telling yourself leads to guilt, fear, or failure, it's time for a rewrite. Remember that meaning is not fixed. It's edited with awareness. Now that's giving cryptic. Very cryptic. Thank y'all so much for y'all energy. 4224 mirroring numbers. Thank y'all so much. It says, if the story you are telling yourself leads to guilt, fear, or failure, it's time for a rewrite. Who rewrote a motherfucking story because they feel guilty, they were afraid, or they didn't want to fail or look like a failure? Now, you can always rewrite your shit, right? Because you're victorious over whatever you done been through because you still breathing. You still got the breath. So you can take the lesson. But if a person is constantly doing the same thing, they don't pay attention to details, and they end up in the same situation, then They need to do some shit. They walking around with blinders on. Cause I'm something with this blind spot and a filter. Blind spot, and I'm getting due to the programming. Like that's the way that it is or something. So don't pay attention. Okay, that's what I'm picking up.
Lati, talk that shit.
Talk that shit. Like it's giving like just don't pay attention. See, it's two. That's a difference, a stark contrast now, isn't it? Where one person be like get paid to pay attention because they have an attention to detail. That's a skill set, and somebody else will be out there like just don't pay attention to that shit. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to it. Don't pay attention to it. Right? That's because, or they just out here blinder, la la la, la la la, not paying attention to shit, just fucking ambivalence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. So, the devil is in the details. Backtracking. Somebody need to go fucking backtrack and pay attention to some details. I see you coming up. In that song with Lupe Fiasco, he talking about, he said something, that was a verse in that song that said, I guess they were talking about like why he don't rap, the fact that he used to trap and do all of this stuff. And he was like, cause I ain't trying to back that. I ain't trying to backtrack. I'm not trying to back that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you don't keep reiterating because you don't want to back that type of mindset, that type of programming. Especially if you're trying to come up, I'm going to give you the lowdown. You ain't never got to worry about nothing as long as I'm around. State control mastery, interrupting the patterns, and tasting the victory. The fastest way to shift your mindset is not with your thoughts, but with physical change. Somebody need to physically change some shit. For somebody, they might need to physically change their fucking environment. If you are stuck in the same type of situation, the same type of environment all the time, and that's the only thing that you see, then you have a hard time contrast analysis, like contrasting. You have a hard time contrasting. Everything looks the same to you. You start looking at the world through the same lens. You start missing shit. You don't pay attention to shit. You become ambivalent to the outside world and how things really go, beloved. You know what I'm saying? The toxicity, the control issues, the quality issues become normal to you, and you don't, be like, oh, I could do something different. I could live something different. Or you might just check the fuck out, which is why some people are ambivalent. So you got to be checked in. You got to be tapped in to pay attention, right? You got to be checked in. Pay attention. Paying attention pays dividends. You can see the details, and that's where the devil lives. Metaphor magic. So hopefully somebody understood that metaphor. Yeah, some people be acting, they like quantity over quantity. Quantity over quality. We said quantity over quantity. So somebody just do the fucking most. They want the most. Anything else in here? Spirit say, no, you want to look at this? Yes. Brighten the vision. Pay attention to the details. The vision. Now, when you get into your manifestations, it's very important for you to get all the way down to the details, to pay attention to the detail. You can, a trick of, I'm trying to get it out right, because I see proper, right? I see quick, efficient, right? Confirmation. To bring in your manifestations and what it is that you want in your life is to get into the details. To get into the details. Transform how you feel about a goal by enhancing its mental image. Picture the desired outcome, and they said outcome orientated. What is the desired outcome? Outcome orientation. And what is the desired outcome? Focusing on your desired outcome. Right? So our desired outcome was to have the sheets. He was like, you want to bring the blanket back? I was like, no, it's already on the bed because I like the blanket. I said I was just upset because there's not no sheets in the package. I don't want to bring you a blanket that's on my bed. I done slept under that, Like, That don't sit right with my integrity. What you want me to do? Wash it and then bring it back? Like, that's, no, that's weird. And he was like, and he checked it out, found the sheets in the right size. Some people that wear that shit, you know, people don't be giving a damn about that shit. I could have took that blanket right off my bed and folded it up. First, I didn't have to put it on my bed. I made the decision to keep it when I put it on the bed. Right? I could have brought it back just like this, like it wasn't nothing in here but this one blanket. But I was like, and then something, because I ain't got the receipt. It's been months. But some told me to talk about it. I was going in there anyway. Express it. And they can only tell you yes or no. What the fuck they gonna do? Besides yes or no. Right now it's already a no. So if you talk about it, you got an opportunity for a yes. You got an opportunity for a solution. So we did, and it got resolved. That was the outcome that we wanted. That was the outcome. Somebody might need a little bit of coaching on how to, address some sort of blinders that they're under. They can't see the control issues. They don't pay attention to the deeds. Just run off of what they think they know. And, well, then it's not even running off what they know. They would have to deny what they know. Because if they work for an entity or they're connected to an entity and they know that it's some fucking standard quality control issues, but the quality control issues is normal. They gotta learn how to interrupt that shit. If they don't, look, again, that's delusional. That is that blind faith. That is that walking around with blind spots. That is that I'ma just fucking defend that shit. We do see determination and we see envious. I'm not envy, jealousy. Man, you know you got that girlfriend, that friend, that sister, that bro, that cousin, that mother, that uncle, that auntie, whatever the fuck, and they be on that bullshit. And if you listen to the details of what the fuck they saying, you know it is trash, beloved. You got control issues. The quality of your rewrites suck. Your details is all over the place. Wait. A minute ago you were saying it was this. And then now you saying it's that. You told so-and-so it was this. Now you telling them that, or you telling me that. Only thing you got to do is pay attention. Pay attention to how they move and what they really do. Is that their MO? Is that how they operate? Is that just really like, is that policy? For some people, that shit is policy, and I can't make this shit up look like organization. That's how some people just organize the motherfucking flow. That's just they fucking shit. But if you have wisdom of this organization, the company that you keep, the company that you working with, then you could pay attention to the details and fuck around and change some shit before your ass get fucked around in the game, beloved. That's what I'm getting. Somebody need to sit down. They need to have a seat. They need to have a whole seat. They need to have a couple of seats. You might need to keep an audience and shit so that you could tell somebody the real. Look, somebody got a fucked up poor self-image. That shit is in reverse. Or take the goddamn mask off and shit. Like, quit walking around with blinders on. With a fucking, you can't see your fucking peripheral with this shit on. Your vision is limited. Beauty products and social media can offer short-term boosts to your self-image. Heavy on the social media offering short-term boosts to somebody's image, but the only thing that truly shows you in your best light is your personality. A person's attitude towards life is reflected on their face. Ugly feelings like hatred, bitterness, jealousy, envy show themselves on the faces of those who hold them. While a person who radiates love, like the law of love, your heart knows no bounds, right? A person who radiates love and kindness is a beautiful sight no matter what their physical profile. As my inner beauty shines through, my confidence grows. I am beautiful in mind, body, and spirit. Somebody ugly as the fuck, and they have no idea what it means to be given. The law of reciprocity, to give without expectation, without expecting anything in return. Some people give only to get, and they give a little bit, and they want all the fuck this. Fuck that. What's that? Adventure. We see creativity is in reverse. At some point, we all have some exciting idea to try a completely new experience. They just said that. Try a different experience. Like, pay attention to the details. Listen. Ain't that new for some people? You ain't never did that shit before. Tolerance and fear. Some people are afraid, so they tolerate some bullshit. Right? The present moment in nature. You want anything else in here? Spirit say no. Any other energy? Yes. Yeah, kindness. See, it's something about being kind. Giving. And look, we see forgiveness, and it was in reverse. So, somebody is very unforgiving, and clear thinking is behind unforgiveness. It's something about an unforgiving entity, an unforgiving organization, a group, or people coming together with an aligned interest. If that's their business, you know what I'm saying? It's giving me not just in work or corporation, but it's giving like that's their business. Some people just, operate in dysfunction. They do. They operate. Yesterday we were talking about that disorder, so I don't know if y'all had a chance to catch that live, but it was family delusional disorder. Some people understand that the entity, there's an entity over them that creates the delusion, and they all buy into it. Some of them are gaslit, some of them are brainwashed because they just don't know any better, so they are taught that. If you are taught quality control issues, what is the what are the control issues? Again, what's controlling? What is the quality of the control and the issues that are associated with it? What are they turning out? It's constantly turning out things that are deficient, that are errors, constantly turning out errors. If you are in a person that was born into an environment like that, you would think that shit is normal. You wouldn't know no different. That's okay. They just like that. Just don't pay attention. Just don't pay attention. That's what I'm picking up. We always ended up, like Beloved was saying, we always ended up in QC because we had a keen eye for details. We always paid attention. And we will always come up with a way, solution, thinking to make something better, to change it, right, to improve. That is one of our core principles. It's called stewardship, right? To be a good steward means that when you come into a situation, not only do you take ownership of whatever it is that what has been placed in your care, but you do what you can to make it better. Like, you want to leave it in a better position. You don't want to just fall in to go along, to get along. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's just what they do. Don't pay attention to that. Like being trained on the fucking job. You know what I'm saying? You be like, they just tell you this is how it goes, this is how it flows. And you be like, hey, I see this ain't right. Oh, don't pay attention to that. It happen all the time. It just happens all the time. And some people be like, okay, bet. Don't got to pay attention to that shit. They know it's an error. It happens all the time. I ain't got to worry about it. And then some other people like us that be like, it happens all the time. Well, how do we fix it? What can we do about it? Sometimes it's just a little tweak. It's a little solution. You just change a little bit of thing that don't require a whole bunch of extra effort, and then you make it better. Continuous process improvement. You improve the quality, the output. You improve what other people are experiencing. Eventually, that helps the whole company. Because if you don't do that, then eventually that shit gonna fall. Tower moment. It's gonna crumble. People are gonna stop buying your product. They're gonna stop engaging. They're gonna stop coming around. And if nobody is coming in from the inside, from the outside to come in, everything in the inside, they're gonna start bickering and backbiting with amongst each other, and then it's gonna erode. It's going to fall apart, or it ain't gonna be nothing to sustain it. You have to have something coming in from the inside to sustain it. If we don't take this breath, this air coming in from the outside in, we will not be sustained. It's giving and receiving. You have to interact with everybody else. Hey, Buki, great day. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm always thinking about how to lead people better or give a positive imprint, leave a positive imprint, leave a positive impact. Look, crown chakra, better know. Uriel, happy family. So it is like, what do you know? Or open crown chakra, understand. I know. I know, victory. You know, you can get the victory, right? The way that you think, the way that your top works, your level of understanding, your knowingness, you could be the one in the family, in the group, in the organization. You will come to victory, or you will help lead your family to victory because you are focused on stewardship, paying attention to the details, and continuous process improvement. And I think Ms. Monica or somebody was saying that recently about CPI, continuous process improvement. Yeah, third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. This is solar plexus. This is the willpower. Happy Leo season. The willpower to get something done, to change. 37 is like a 10, but 3, I'm getting 3 swords, right? 3 wands, heartache and shit, facing the harsh truth of something, being able to see it, right? And then we get 3 wands, I'm saying planful, right? Looking, what is the next action to take? I see 7 swords. Like, what's the strategy? Even to face the lies and deceit, pay attention to the details. I see 7 of wands, standing your ground. Standing your ground. 7 of pentacles, putting the work in. It is not going to be easy to change an organization, to change a conglomerate. But it's giving me a bottoms up, like a grassroots movement. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna trickle down. Trickle down economics never worked. I don't know who the fuck believe that motherfucking illusion, Reaganomics. That shit never worked. And we still under trickle down economics right now. How much is that shit trickling down when corporations put out low quality, piss poor shit, and they making billions and billions and billions on profits? And they mad about raising minimum wage? Like, the customer get fucked, the workers get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Trickle down never motherfucking work. Why? Because they don't give. That's the law of reciprocity in reverse. The law of reciprocity in reverse. A company that gives, that actually shares in reciprocity, seeks to have fair policy, treatment of their assets, which are the humans that put in the work, you know what I'm saying, to pour into them, whether it's, no matter what it is, how they produce, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to pour into that. If you don't, then it's only going to last for a limited amount of time. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be out of business. So it's giving a grassroots operation, like starting from the bottom up to change something. Yeah, be about that fucking action. The dark follows the light. Be about the action. 17. Yeah, that's called being socially responsible. And scapegoat, that's called socially responsible. And businesses have an obligation. They have an obligation to be socially responsible. They're supposed to pour a certain amount back into their communities, that the communities that they serve, community outreach, investment. That's why a lot of companies will have, like, the ability to go volunteer, or they support some sort of charity, whether it is, children, whether it's juvenile diabetes, whether it's autism, whether it's homelessness. It's always something that they get into. They could do tournaments like golf for such and such. They always do some things because they are obligated to be socially responsible, to serve the community that they operate in. And again, when we look at family structures, right, it's often trickle down economics. The parents are the head of the organization in the household, or organizing the household. They earn the money, or whatever, and whatever they get, it trickles down to the children through the family tree, beloved. So if it's quality control issues from the top, and everybody been fucking up underneath this umbrella living with quality control issues, then some people gonna have on blinders, like, don't even pay attention to that shit. It's just like that. Whatever. It's okay. It's all, that's just, it is what it is. Don't even pay attention. Mama be on bullshit. Don't even pay attention to mama. She just doing her motherfucking thing again. She just on that shit. Somebody mama just really on that shit. I'm just saying. But it is what it is. Don't pay attention to Daddy Day. He just doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just dad being dad. That's just sis being sis, bro being bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. And people walk around with blinders on and shit, and they can't see they fucking peripheral. You can't see what's on the side of you and the other deets when you walking around with blinders like this shit. How much of your vision is missing? Blind spots, Spirit said. Blind spots. The only way that you could change that shit, state control mastery. One, master yourself. Take the motherfucking blinders off. Interrupt the patterns. Interrupting patterns. There's a habit loop. What is the habit loop? What's being put out on a loop? That shit running down the motherfucking conveyor belt. Quality control issues. Every second one ain't got in it what the fuck it's supposed to have in it. Some shit is fucking missing. And not just a little bit of shit. 90% of the shit. Out of a 7-piece set, and I only got one piece. How many motherfucking sets did they push out like that ain't got no sheets in it? I'm just saying. That shit is crazy. Interrupt the pattern. You can break the cycle by introducing small intentional disruptions. That's what they said. Small intentional disruptions. You can break the pattern by introducing you can break the pattern, right? By introducing small intentional disruptions. How about, before we let these comforters a certain state in the process, we have a QC check to make sure the sheets is in it. Boom. That is how quality control came into existence. Somebody decided that it was important, in order to prevent errors, to have somebody put a motherfucking check on this shit before it get the fuck out there in the public. Put some checks on this shit. Check your details. Check your facts. Check with your packaging. Check before you fuck around and make a pact. If you fuck around and make a pact with somebody, and you be running in a pact with some people, and they get your ass fucked up in the game because you ain't paying attention to the details, beloved. Pay attention. Think. Pay attention to the motherfucking details. You better think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Hey, think. Fuck around and your ass will never fucking be free. Freedom 46. See that shit. Crystal motherfucking clear, beloved. Clear quartz. See that shit. Door to the spirit. Anxiety. You better go into the spirit. Go talk to the spirit. Out here in the spirit tell somebody, come here, come here, come here, come here, sit down, sit down, sit down. Let me talk to you. Higher self, hierophant, alpha, omega, that which dwell within is telling somebody to come and have a motherfucking seat. Have a seat. They said, come on, come on, come on over here, check in, tap in, tap in. Oh, beautiful. Herkimer diamond, clear quartz. Clear quartz. Spirit said, tap in. Let me show you. Let me tell you so that you can know some shit. Door to value, right? You want to keep your bread flowing? You want to keep your bread flowing? Pay attention to the details. You want to keep your bread flowing? It's blossoming now. It's blossoming now. Blossoming. Somebody gossiping, blossoming, gossiping. Right? You want to keep your bread flowing? Pay attention to what you're growing. You want to keep your bread flowing? Pay attention to what you're growing. You start investing in motherfucking scam artists and shit like that, then you definitely gonna have a problem on your hands, beloved. I told you. Financial constraints. If you don't want your shit to shrivel the fuck up, then you probably should pay attention to the details. Quality control. Your shit blossoming, it could go either way. Look, 13 and 31, I say. That's a mirror. Which way you gonna flip it? Which way you gonna go? Your shit blossoming, but it could shrivel up if you don't pay attention to details. But if you get into the details and understand why you taking losses in certain areas, because quality control issues equal a loss. They can't sell that shit. And if you reach a certain level of threshold of quality control issues, you'll lose your contracts. You lose people. Don't nobody fuck with you when your quality is shit. What you giving is trash. Don't nobody gotta keep buying trash. I'm gonna keep paying my coin and shit missing. No, you start taking losses. But a lot of people don't understand that shit until they start losing, until their pockets be hurt. That's economical power. And your energy is currency. Your energy is currency. So if you dealing with people who feel like, they could just have these control issues and they be doing all this shit, again, pay attention to the deets, beloved. What you getting into, what you connecting to, what you sewing into, what you focusing on. Storm warning. Storm warning. You better know it. You better know. Understand. Know. Understand. Overstand this shit. Crown chakra, yo. Overstand. And it's something about that book. Writing the motherfucking narrative. That's what Spirit said. It's down here. Rewriting the narrative. First of all, can't nobody rewrite your story but you and the Most High God. Right? But some people just like to go through and change around the narrative and shit. They get real motherfucking creative. The second chakra, sacral chakra, creativity. And we saw creativity in the deck. They called it out. It was in reverse. They get real creative. Low vibrational creativity. Why the fuck is there so many quality errors QC coming out of this motherfucking area, out of this department? Right? Oh, this and oh, that. Oh, we had a machine that was down. And then they got to go check the logs and see, was that machine really down? Was it running? Okay, well, the machine log said that it was running on the day that you said that it was down. Or this right here was going on with the machine, but there was no repairman called to fix the issue. Either way, it comes back to the top. Who's supposed to be overseeing this shit? When you pay attention to the details and you follow the story, you start to see the bullshit. You will see it. The truth reveals itself. Pay attention to the details. That's where the devil lives. Judgment. Look, somebody is very, I don't know, because I don't know if this is brightening a vision with Metatron, if it's writing what the Most High God told you to write, to say what they told you to say. Let the Most High God guide you, Ashe. Gift of discovery, Page of Swords. Right? Very creative. judgment, and then door to the spirit. All tied up. Somebody could be tied up in the lies they was telling, this fucking narrative. They gonna have a broken heart. They could be hurting other people, and people just don't pay attention to the effect of what's happening. That shit is just bad for fucking business. This one is bad for business. What do we need to evoke? I'm seeing that divine, the Buddha, the divine feminine. See, I can't clear the story of I can't. Yes, you can. Rootedness. Invoke the energy of feeling stable, rooted, grounded. Understand what some shit is just rooted in.
Alpha, Omega. Let these cards speak.
Spirit said understand what some shit is rooted in. Some shit is rooted in defects. The shit is just fucking defective. And if you if you lived in an environment that's just fucking defective your whole fucking life, then you might not have the ability to see all of it. It's normal. Defects is normal. Cleared out. Cleared out. So somebody needs to work on clearing doubt. Yeah, they trusting something that they should doubt. They're trusting it. We see, I can't make it up. See, they trusting something that they should doubt. They're in denial. They're definitely heavy denial. And we see anxiety. And I think in the energy deck, they showed y'all anxiety. So, clear that. Somebody is in heavy fucking denial. They trust some shit that they should not trust. It's giving blind trust. Walking around with blinders on. And it's like, for what? This? Yeah, motivation. What's your motivation? Yeah, trauma intelligence. But you have to have the mindset to even seek outside information, to pay attention to the details. When you start paying attention to the details, you start observing, you start really peeping game, just sit back and watch instead of interacting with some shit, then you could get a different, I'm starting to see revelation. Start to understand that something's off. Something's not right with this. Maybe, and it's not even about necessarily judging it as right or wrong, but it's giving like, you know, the fucking difference. Fluidity is coming through. Don't just flow with the shit. Don't just go with the shit. I'ma just flow with it. Don't pay attention. No, pay attention. Right? Separation. If you don't separate yourself from some shit, then you're not gonna understand it. And I'm also getting like, don't sit in for nobody else to sit in a position like we so different, because we not different like that. We complete. There's nothing broken and there is nothing missing, truly, because we have what's broken is creating an opportunity to fix it. It's like that for a reason, beloved. Yeah, loneliness. So somebody could be afraid of being lonely, right? They don't want to be alone, right? And it could be a thing like you need to separate yourself from some shit so that you can get some truth. You can get a different perspective. Yeah, see, clear being a victim. Somebody don't want to be clear being a victim. They like sitting in that victim mentality. And we were picking that up yesterday or very recently with that family delusional disorder, we FDD. A person that could be the head of an organization or very prominent primary figure, and if what they've been giving out has been poisonous and emotional manipulation and victimizing or victim story, it was given persecutory, like always acting like somebody is after them or somebody's trying to hurt them or somebody's trying to do something to somebody. It puts the whole family in survivability. Everybody is on fight mode. Everybody always up, about to get into some shit, and they don't even know what the fuck they getting into. They never paid attention to the details. And for those that do, they turn a blind eye to the shit and be like, don't pay attention to that because that's just normal. It's just normal. Don't pay attention to that. It's normal. Yeah, stagnation and freedom. So you can't get free without moving. You can't free yourself from this shit if you don't move. And I see lethargy. right? Somebody don't want to address the fact that they just don't have the motherfucking energy. They not about that fucking action. They just not. Probably because they afraid. Clear that fucking fear. You can't, I mean, like, how you gonna grow if you afraid? You gotta have some energy. You gotta be about that action. If you don't have no energy, then you can't take no action. Some people just like to do that shit in weird ass motherfucking places. I'm seeing that card that says something about social media. You know what I mean? Everybody want to take shit to social media and be such a fucking. What was that back in the day when they say thumb thugging and motherfucking, you know, social media gangsters? Ain't got no other action. You ain't got no action to change some shit in your own motherfucking life. You ain't got no action to address the bullshit that's going on in the organization or in the company that you keep or the company that's keeping you. You don't have no action for that shit, but you want to do it in other places. I told y'all, what up to the fans. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate you so very much for supporting the channel. Your shares, your discussions, all of that shit has been beautiful. Thank you so much for supporting our growth, beloved. Release some shit. Keyboard warriors, absolutely. Ain't gonna do shit. Ain't gonna do anything towards continuous process improvement. Improve yourself. Improve your condition. Make your environment better. Just daily choices. The fuck do you do on a daily basis? Every day you get a chance to choose on how you gonna spend your 24. If you get the whole 24, you just never motherfucking know. Y'all know we from D-Town. We were in Chicago today. But shit, you know, people wake up, they get the, people rise. They have the gift of the breath and animating their God body, keeping it animate. And you rise in the, you know, in the day. Whenever time you rise up. And you could make choices to be a good steward, to see some shit different. Even if you don't take a whole lot of action, your action could just be observation. See some shit. Pull back a little bit. Investigate. Pay attention to the details, beloved. Pay attention to the deeds. That's where the devil at. Future self. So somebody could be on the road to their future self. I call upon my future self to guide me in making choices, daily choices that align with my highest destiny. So somebody definitely, remember we were saying we felt like the spirit enter into the door of the spirit. Come here, come here, come here. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Let me tell you something. Somebody need to go talk to their higher self. Like, guide me. What is the right thing? Show me what I don't see. If you walking around with blinders on, it's a whole bunch of shit you don't see. Show me what I don't see. Reveal on to me. What do I need to see? See source energy. They need to go to the most high, to the alpha and the omega, that which dwells within. I, the boundless source of all creation, flow through you as a river of light, raising your vibration to the frequency of divine oneness. Raise your vibration. Your future self, that's source energy. It's showing you what you could aspire to be, what you could be, the vision of yourself. It's showing you that. The source of all creation. It lives within. It is you. You are it. You are not separate from it. It's not outside of you. It is you. Some people get that and some people don't. But you got to pay attention to the details to get it. You will know where the lie is and where the lie isn't. You will know when somebody is trying to play God in your life, trying to control shit, trying to stop shit, trying to fix shit. No. But you will let it happen if you don't pay attention, though. Yeah, daily choices. They brought that back out. It's in your daily choices. It's in your choices. Every day you get to choose. You're not going to pay attention to that shit. You just going to keep letting it slide. Keep letting it slide. Roll on down the motherfucking line. Just keep pushing that nonsense the fuck out. Defective ass shit. Just keep putting it out and putting it out and putting out. Or somebody could be like, no, you know what? I think we could fix that. I think it's a small little tweak, a small little adjustment. Like, one, pay attention to the deeds. Where the fuck is your peepers at? Where the fuck is your antennas when you keep letting the shit roll past you? Nourishment. Make the choice daily to nourish yourself, edify yourself, strengthen yourself. We all got yokes to bear. But with spiritual edification and strength, spiritual strength, mental strength, emotional strength, physical strength, it brings financial strength. You can bear your shit. Family lines. So again, like I said, in families, who is that one that's like, who is that one to look at a family circle, a fucking organization of people, an organized group of people like a family, right? And see the fucking delusion. To see the delusion and be like, I see the defects. I see the quality issue. I see the control issues. QC. And because I see, I have the ability to see, not see, right? Then I feel called to the duty of making things better. Not just for myself, but self first and foremost. Who? Self. For self first and foremost. For the sake of my future self. For the sake of my legacy. Right? No telemarketers, thank you. Right? So because of the sake of self, I choose to release all inherited patterns of limitation, suffering, choosing instead to embody the highest expression of my lineage's potential. What is the potential of your lineage? It's going to be potential to be fucking great, to be fantastic, to be fabulous, right? But if nobody embodies the potential, if everybody is saying don't pay attention, don't fix it, don't do the shit, don't release the inherited patterns of chaos and conflict that's causing limitations and suffering, then you just gonna keep pushing that shit out. You keep birthing and reproducing the same shit until that one comes along that your ancestors sent to break it, break the curse, break the delusion, break the illusion, to clear the denial. They don't mind being lonely. They don't mind being separated, right? They still get motivation. They release the idea of being a victim. I'm not a victim to my circumstance. I'm not stagnant. I got that energy to move around. Clear lethargy. That's how we get to success. I release all inherited patterns of limitation and suffering, choosing instead to embody the highest expression of my lineage's potential. When you bring in that highest shit, you change the quality. That shit goes up, is lit. You know, then you back in business. You back in business. Family business, right? Again, family business. Family lies, family ties. The family that PREYS prays together. Evolution. It's time to change some shit. Somebody come to change the family line. Evolution. I rise above every challenge. What is the challenges that you see? All this defective ass shit, QC issues, defects. Nothing but fucking complaints. Nothing but complaints. Nothing but complaints. And Spirit said, give up complaining. Don't complain about it. Be about it. Do some shit about it. A whole bunch of people not saying shit about your company or the company that you keep for no fucking reason. Pay attention to the details. Get into the deets. If you got people like BBB fucking in the Better Business Bureau shit, and all they do is fucking leave negative comments about your business or the company that you work for, the company that you keep, you gotta dig into that shit. Why am I getting so many negative reports? Is it really all of a sudden? I don't think it's all of a sudden. I think when nobody paying attention to that shit. I think people be riding in a delusion and they be in denial, beloved. Time to evolve. See, ideal reality. First, you got to sit in reality. How the fuck do you create a ideal reality when you are unwilling to face reality? Like what the fuck it really was. So if you can't retrospect, if you can't reflect and just accept and get good with that, it is what it is. You know what? We've been putting out defects for years. We done had quality control issues for years. People ain't been paying attention for years. We ain't been looking at this shit for years. We've been letting it slide and roll on down the motherfucking line for years. But you know what? No more. We got to change some shit. We got to evolve some shit. Now, you ain't got to do a fuck shit thing. You can do what you want to do. But you either change or you go the fuck out of business. What's the journey? Let's get it. I don't know how many more we gonna get. I heard two more. Not two more cards. It could be, see, look, relationships. Definitely family line and relationships. And it's choosing, I am attracted to people who serve my higher good. The highest good. Your future self is your highest good. You know what I mean? Your ultimate self. That's the highest good. And that's in truth and integrity, morality, you know, virtues and shit. It's not in having integrity to allow quality control issues and don't say shit about it. You just don't pay attention. You let somebody train you not to pay attention. On the job motherfucking training. This is what the fucking company culture is. The company that you keep got a culture within it. And that culture says don't fucking pay attention. Don't pay attention. But the devil is in the details, beloved. You can't see the devil if you don't pay attention to the deeds. It's time to grow. If you want to grow and expand your motherfucking consciousness, you got to be aware of some shit. Grow your consciousness, grow your awareness. How can you be aware of something that you don't look at? How can you grow something that you don't look at? How could you expand without improving the quality of something? You shrinking. Friendships. Pay attention to the detail. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Probably to bring your attention to some shit. This one. I told you, envy, jealousy. This envy been coming out. When I say off, look, for a whole week and some change. It's been heavy. It's been heavy. I'm the same as everybody. I just got different challenges. We all the same. We just said that. Ain't nobody above the other, but we all got different challenges. And it's all about whether you are able to rise to your challenges. That's what this evolution says. I rise above every challenge. Look at this. I can't make this shit up. Envy comes, right, when people don't understand that they are the same as everybody else with different challenges. But you are that one when you choose to evolve because you rise above every challenge. You see each one as an opportunity to evolve. And envy comes when people see you doing something that they wish that they could do. Not understanding that they could do it too. They need to invoke that motivation. Be motivated. Don't hate. Motivate. You know what I'm saying? Inspire. The source is in all of us. Shit, greater that's within. You could do it too. Snap your fingers. Do your step. You could do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey. I'm hearing E40. He said it's nothing to a boss. I could do that shit too. Hey, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I definitely get it. Both sides of a situation. I can see how people be trapped in a motherfucking family delusion because they all caught up underneath some sort of conglomerate, a fucking entity or the company that the entities that are keeping the company, the head of the company that's being kept, right? And if they push out defective shit and they've been reproducing defects, errors, they've been producing errors, lies, deceit. They've been pushing out, you know. That's what we just get. We're going to stop right there. Thank you, Spirit. Those who are born into that culture, those who are trained up underneath those heads, those who have control, they are taught, you know, either through some sort of reinforcement. It could be punishment. It could be reward system, right? If you just don't pay attention, I reward you. If you go with the lies, I reward you, right? Sometimes it is that thing where like they create closeness by fostering an environment where people keep quiet, like that hush hush shit. You know how people just sweep shit underneath the rug, or they don't address it, or you just let me be in my shit. Hello, Kimberly. Thank you so much for tapping in. When you are a person that allows somebody else to sit in a toxicity and you support them and you big up them, you ride for them, then you end up getting some sort of reward for doing it. They will reward you. When you break ranks with that shit, then you may get, the punishment. You had the boss where they create a fucking hostile environment. It turns into a hostile environment. As soon as you break rank, then it get hostile. Yeah, indecision. So it's a decision to make. We see persevering and we see abundance. Blossoming abundance is financial constraint. Or your shit could come in at the end of the day. Right? You may have to go through some sense of loss. Right? In order to get to the real shit. If you have to go through a sense of separation, you know what I'm saying? Separate yourself from people that you know that's not good for you. They are not quality people in your life. They don't have integrity. They don't have morality. They don't have any virtue. Success. Sometimes you have to go through it to get to success. A lot of companies downsize. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to downsize because shit wasn't going right. They took a hit. You know what I'm saying? Quality was bad. They had a couple of years, quarters and shit. And so they had to slim down. They have to get rid of some shit. They have to reorganize the company that they keep, beloved, to keep the company. In order to keep the company, you have to reorganize the company that you keep. And that's okay. It's for your growth and for your longevity. Trim down, slim down. You know what I'm saying? Do what's good and what's healthy for you. Success. Success coming through. Sometimes success means you have to end some shit. If you want to remain successful, if you want to reach success, you have to end some shit. But that's okay. Take it lightly. Humor. Choose the lighter side of life. Lighten up. Lean out. That's how Lean Six Sigma came about. They had to study the process of how things were being produced so that they could prevent errors. They could reduce the errors. It was all about quality control. Out of every 1,000 pieces produced, we only want, 10 errors. That's the maximum amount of errors for every 1,000 pieces of product that we produce. 10 errors is acceptable. What is your acceptable tolerance level for the bullshit? Ain't nobody gonna be perfect. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect. But what are you tolerating? If you put out 10,000 motherfucking pieces and 900 of the motherfuckers is goddamn fucked up, defective, your ass gonna be out of business. A whole fucking sheet set, and out of the sheet set, a 7-piece set, and 6 of the pieces was missing. Discipline. What is the discipline? I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. But it's disciplines to this. It's principles. Which one? This one, wisdom. Yes, you said divine feminine. Which one would you like? Okay. Let's get it. Divine feminine energy. Everything has a beginning and everything has an ending. Knowing that truth, you find peace. Everything has a beginning, alpha, and everything has an ending, omega. Knowing that truth, you find peace. Definitely getting that. And that's crazy because look, what does it say? I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Infinity. Where there's an ending, there's a new beginning. Yeah, that's what they said. I'm hearing for somebody in some fucked up practices so that you can create good ones. Mind that is established in true emptiness encompasses the universe. So somebody need to empty out their mind and what they think they know so that the universe can come in and reveal onto you to show you, yo. The mind that is established in true emptiness. Somebody got their head full of shit and they need to empty it. Yeah. In birth, decay, death, sorrow, and turmoil, be the seer of the ultimate reality with faith and serenity. And that's a challenge because then we say that somebody can't create an ideal reality if they are unwilling to face the current reality, the reality of what is. It is what it is. I wouldn't give a fuck if you understand it or not. It exists. If it fucking exists, then accept that the shit is real, beloved. Shit get real. Shit was real, shit was real. But what is the lessons? We learned how to deal. Activate it. Become the shelter of the world, a resting place for the broken and the wounded. This is the true Bodhisattva path. Are you a resting place for the broken and for the wounded? Do you feel the need to heal, to provide? I do. I feel healing. Rest or solitude? Cultivate perfection of wisdom. No fire, poison, sword, or water can harm you. And this was in reverse. So somebody is being called to correct this. They're being called to cultivate perfection of wisdom. And you can't have perfection of wisdom if you are unwilling to pay attention to the details, beloved. If you are not willing to get into the details, to pay attention to some shit, to stop letting shit just slide and really look at it, to observe it, Page of Swords, then you can't perfect your wisdom. You can't see. Let's look within. Look within for a place of rest. Your temple of the heart. Again, look. First, start by searching yourself. Do you feel something off? If you understand the energy of envy, like it's something right here, I don't know, it's a broken wing or some shit is giving that. Take these broken wings. Is what I just heard. But it's giving like, we all got different challenges. We the same, but we got different challenges. What challenges us is different. I might have a broken wing. Somebody could have a broken leg. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have a broken mindset, yo. Broke is broke. But you have the opportunity to fix it. You have the ability to fix it. I don't know why I'm seeing the word broken on a card. What would we like? I'm hearing motivation. I do feel a tarot because I was seeing the Page of Swords. So we're going to get this motivation. And I do feel a tarot. Okay. Nope, I don't want this. Opportunity. Somebody don't want this opportunity. They don't. And it's something about family business, organization. Your standards didn't scare them away. Their lack of integrity did. See, didn't we talk about QC? We just grabbed this, right, off the shelf. And I don't know if y'all can see it because I'm going to put it back where it was at. See this shelf? We just picked it up from right here so you can see we can't see the card. Boom. So I don't know if they want to read that or not. They just showing it to you. Don't lower your bar for people who can't even limbo, let alone leap. The right one will rise to meet you, not run in fear. And we know that that's synchronistic because the card that says evolution, you rise to meet every challenge. I rise above every challenge. Not just to meet it, but you rise above it. Right? As an opportunity. And we just showed y'all the Ace of Pentacles. Opportunity. Right? A tangible opportunity, like a 3D opportunity. That's, again, like I said, envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Not everybody chooses to rise above every challenge. Some people refuse to face the challenge. And therefore, you don't have to lower your motherfucking standards. Your standards didn't scare them away. Their lack of integrity did. Some people just don't have fucking integrity. Some people just don't have morality. If the company that you are with doesn't have morality or integrity, that company will soon go out of business. And some people operate like that for years. Oh, hell nah, type of energy. Oh, hell nah. If the group chat hates them, then they might have a point. Your besties have no reason to lie. They're seeing your situationship from the outside, where it's clearly a dumpster fire. Trust their side eyes. So somebody is being side eyed. Definitely group chat energy. The group chat hates you. Take it how it resonates. If they don't want a partner, they don't want a partner, they want a mom with benefits. If you're packing lunches, doing laundry, and soothing egos, congratulations, you're his unpaid life coach. Let him adult on his own dime, sis. They want a mom with benefits. This. Stop chasing potential. This ain't Build a Bay. They didn't forget to text back. They just remember they don't care that much. Phones stay in hands 24/7. If you're not getting a reply, it's not a glitch in the matrix. It's a red flag on silent mode. Return to sender. Which one, beloved? This one? Yes. You didn't misread the vibe. They're just not vibing back. Don't confuse a smile, a like, or a casual hey for destiny. The vibe was nice, but it wasn't mutual. Save your sparkle for someone who actually glows back. Don't misread the vibe. You know when you fucking around with a whole bunch of people that you don't fit in with, like that's not your energy, that's just not your clique. Y'all don't operate on the same motherfucking standards, and you don't need to lower your shit. You just don't. You know when the shit ain't right. Exactly who gives a fuck?
Alpha Omega. Let these cards speak.
Don't misread the vibe. Don't be trying to make it be something that is not. You know when a person is on bullshit. You wanted red flags, not a whole damn parade. A parade of red flags. Just letting shit roll on down. Again, red flags, that's not red flags, that's the parade. They always come through with all the red flags. Don't pay attention to that. Flags is motherfucking flagging, and they telling you don't pay attention to that. You better pay attention to the motherfucking details. One or two red flags is bad. Hold up, shit. How many motherfucking errors and flags and defects are we gonna get? Don't pay attention to it. It's normal. Nobody ever says anything. Ain't nothing happened yet. They ain't shut us down yet. They ain't closed us down yet. Okay. Yet. One or two red flags is bad. A whole damn marching band of dysfunction. Everybody carrying a motherfucking flag. Everybody, they passing them motherfuckers out. You can't be in the clique without a red flag, beloved. That's group delusion. They're not red. They're dark pink. What? Okay. That's your clue to dip. That is your cue to dip the fuck out. Don't confuse attention with affection. Clowns honk too. Clowns. Detective. What the fuck did they say? Investigate some shit. Take a closer look. A closer look. Take a closer look.
Alpha Omega. Let these cards speak.
Let the cards speak. Put up everybody. Examine the company that you keep. Turn the motherfucking light on. Shit. These motherfucking roaches ain't scared of light, beloved. They just out this bitch. Stop it. Monty. Damn it. Their fucking history looks like a crime scene. And you are the detective. They left a trail of chaos and you're trying to solve the mystery. You not CSI? This is not the Boo Boo the Fool edition. Save yourself. Shit. Somebody need to save themselves or they gonna go down with the motherfucking shit. The bar is not just low, it's in hell. Standards, yo. Quality control issues, that's an understatement. They don't even got a fucking policy for quality control. They left that shit out the fucking manual. The bar is not just low, it's in hell. Raise it like your rent depends on it. Somebody rent might depend on it. You out here clapping because they didn't lie this time. Congratulations, you didn't lie this time. They still... Look, pay attention to the details. The one time they don't lie. Remember that one time they didn't lie? I remember that. Yeah, y'all remember that? Because that one time they wasn't lying, was they? Nope, that was for real. And then you skip over all the other motherfucking times they was lying and shit. Again, you producing something. If you put out 1,000 motherfucking, say 1,000 things, and 900 was lies, you gonna clap for somebody for the few times they didn't lie? What is the motherfucking quality rate on that shit? That's saying that you definitely know that you can't trust it. Would you buy brakes from a company like that? I'm just saying, would you put them shits on your vehicle and be out here racing doing 90, 100 miles an hour on some shit and you try to stop them motherfuckers? Could you trust it? Would you be self-assured and confident that that bitch gonna break when you need it? That's why we read reviews. What is other people saying? What was their experience? What is the company reputation? You know what I'm saying? Investor relations. Everybody don't do that shit. Everybody don't go down there and understand that at the bottom of a motherfucking website you can go to investor relations and see how the company is actually performing quarter over quarter over quarter. Some people really not about that business. It's levels to this. You are out here clapping because they didn't lie this time. Darling, the bare minimum behavior is not an achievement, it's a fucking baseline. The bare minimum, that's not a fucking achievement, that's the baseline. There's certain shit a motherfucker supposed to do. Damn it. Like if you a grown, fucking functional, self-sufficient adult, you should be able to, you know, do what you need to do, access and locate the resources so that you could take care of you. You fell for potential, didn't you? Look at you, building castles on what? Red flags and calling it architecture. Their future plans, their future self won't cuddle you at night. Love the reality, not the resume. Didn't they say, get in touch with the reality? Love the reality, not the resume. Hanging on to potential. It could be different one day. Look at you, building a castle on red flags and calling it architecture. Their future plans won't cuddle you right now. It says love the reality, not the resume. They're breadcrumbing you, and you out here baking a damn cake. Giving and receiving was in reverse. They said that at the outset. What are you doing every 5 days is not consistency. It's manipulation with a side of gaslighting. You deserve the whole damn bakery, not crumbs on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. So somebody could be fucking with Definitely a relationship that's very lackluster, full of red flags, and they could be the head, and it's something about the company that they keep or the shit that they produce, full of errors, lies, deceit, lacking morality, lacking integrity. The fucking standard is beyond hell, beloved. That shit is on the other side of the motherfucking planet. Like, for wherever you sit, go straight through the Cordis, bitch, to the other motherfucking side. Don't let somebody delude you and just tell you don't pay attention because that's what that person do. That's what this company does. That's what the company that you keep do. And entice you to sit in it because they will ruin your own damn future, beloved. Thank you so much. You changed your whole vibe to be easier for them. Ew. Don't change your fucking vibe to be easier for them. No. They said you was too much, too loud, too sensitive, and now you quieter and sadder. Guess what? That's not love. That's shrinking to get they scraps, beloved. You could have came into somewhere ambitious and you vibrant, and a company or the company that you was keeping was trying to tell you don't do all of that, don't pay attention to the shit, just fall in line and go with the flow, the culture of the conglomerate, which means you would have to shrink yourself so that you could fit. Fuck that shit. That's what I heard. Fuck that shit. Be loud, be bold, be a good steward. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Be you. Journey within. Go within you. That's what Spirit said. Hierophant. Go within you. Express your feelings. You know this shit ain't right. It's no integrity. Low standards. The bar is through hell. Have an attitude of gratitude. Death is an illusion. Death is down here. That shit is over. You know what I'm saying? End the illusion and be grateful that you have the opportunity to do it. To choose love over fear. And that's the law that's down there. It says the law of love. The law of love. Your heart knows no bounds. When you really love something, you're going to do what you need to do. And even if that means end some shit like toxic ass fucking relationships. Release the toxic relationships. They said that. Friendships. Is it really real or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Let go of the ego. Let go. The ego is tying you to something that's not real. That's not your true you. That's not the real you. Somebody's ego could have them sitting with a spirit of envy and jealousy. I was listening to Cancer Coded, so shout out to Miss Z from Cancer Coded, and she was making a very good point about we don't think about the fact that these are spirits on people. You know what I'm saying? We all embody or are attached to a spirit, and a spirit of envy, spirit of jealousy. People get overtaken by those spirits. And you don't know what spirit is operating in a household or at the top of a company. Again, we always talk about the spirit of a company, the spirit of this. Like, so spirited. Pay attention to language. Yes, it's a stronghold, right? So what spirit has a stronghold? What is the spirit that is operating at the top of something, and they are turning out defective products based on that spirit? And for somebody, it's creating in its likeness, in its image. So if you are at the top of something and you are carrying the spirit of envy and jealousy, the things that you produce are going to be tainted with envy and jealousy. You are reproducing that shit. And if you are trained up in a culture and an environment that's based on envy and jealousy, that's filled with that spirit, you may not necessarily see it until you start investigating the people that's in the motherfucking company, the company that you keep, and sit back and observe to separate yourself so that you can see clearly. You can't see it. Yeah, don't relinquish your power. Didn't they just say that? Don't fucking shrink yourself. The fuck? Shrinking your shit. I don't even know where we put the card at, but they just read it. You bake their ass a whole motherfucking cake and they give you, here it is, here it is. Thank y'all so much to bring it back. Breadcrumbing you. Don't shrink yourself. It's not it's manipulation. It is manipulation with a side of gaslighting. You deserve the whole damn bakery. And they also read something like you would have to make yourself small, shrink yourself in order to be around this company, to be in this company, or to keep the company that you are around, the company that you keep. So be careful when you can't be yourself. You can't be bold. That's what they were saying, that you was too loud and you too much. Fuck that shit. Do you, beloved? Accept struggles as a lesson. We all struggled in some kind of way. I know we did. We was not born with no motherfucking silver spoon. My mama hustled. Shit, we had food stamps and Focus Hope, and shit, she got free food from some of the places, but she also worked at the bar under the table, and she had people that she was connecting to, long-term relationships that was helping her do what she needed to do. She was a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Mama's 72 years old. Still be talking about something. She hustling and bustling. Hustling and bustling. I'll be like, Ma, you hustling and bustling. She tell me something. Yeah, I'm hustling and bustling. She don't know how to stop hustling. She don't. She don't even know how to let people help her do shit because she's so used to fucking hustling and being out there on her own and getting it. That's the difference. Some people want to sit around and have motherfuckers give them shit. You know? Testimony to Terrell. Testimony to Terrell. And me and my brother remind my mother all the time that you hustled for everybody, so now let us hustle for you. We will do for you. We will take care of you. We will honor you because of what she put out. She don't expect shit in return. You know what I'm saying? But she just did what she was supposed to do. That's her MO. Like, that was her baseline. Everybody don't got the same motherfucking baseline. If they standard in their bar is in motherfucking hell, they might feel like just being alive and being present in that bitch is enough. Some people don't feel like being present at all. Like, I gave you life, I gave you breath. You better figure it the fuck out. Like, you gotta figure out the rest. Some people are like that. Some people do the absolute fucking most. It's levels to this shit. It's different levels to cleanliness. Like I said, pay attention to the details. Some people don't look at the glass or the fork, they just watch to see if they got all that shit off. Some people be investigating that shit and they look too motherfucking long. That might be OCD. Check it. Check it. It's good. Keep moving on. Because time is a motherfucking factor. You can't spend your whole life in observation, mulling over the same motherfucking details. Make a decision. You got analysis. You got the ability to analyze some shit, to deduce some shit. It is what the fuck it is. It don't take all day to recognize sunshine, beloved. Now, we can argue the technicality. Is the sun actually white like every other star you see at night? What is changing the hue of the sun that makes it look yellow when it's really not? You can go further, but is it necessary? You might just want to stop at the fact that the sun is out. Like, we don't got to lie about that. Focus on the positive. Sun energy. Positivity. Focus on the positive. When you have to downsize because you're paying attention to the motherfucking details, then that's a positive thing. You get rid of the shit that's causing the errors, beloved. That's a good thing. When you remove errors away from you and you increase your quality of life, your quality of standards, all that shit goes the fuck up. Up, tick, 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 tick to your fucking abundance. That's value, beloved. Value. Create value. Thoughts create your reality. Again, and didn't they fucking just say value, value, value?
Alpha, Omega. Let these cards speak.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They speak. For somebody, they speaking to you. They speaking to me too. Hell, thoughts create your reality. Because sometimes people can't even sit in a regular reality. You can't even sit in a regular world in a 3D, accept the reality that you living in. How can you create your ideal reality? What are you thinking? If you go along with the group think that don't pay a fucking attention, you don't fuck around and miss some shit. Like your future self, like your ultimate vision. Yeah, like attracts like. Group think. Don't pay attention. In order to be with us, you gotta act like us. Fuck that. Don't shrink yourself. Like attracts like. So if you cut off some shit and you tune into the value that you create, even the value of your own mindset, you will attract other people that think like that. That's for your good, beloved. Expansion. Everything has value. Thoughts create your reality. Even the shit that you went through, experiencing and connecting with those who carry the spirit of envy and jealousy, those who have no integrity, those who lack virtue. All that shit teaches you something. It teaches you how to recognize it, how to discern it. It may have put you in your investigatory energy. It made you become a steward to change some things. Change the company that you keep or the company that's keeping you weak. Change that shit. This one. See, look, 5 of Swords, and we got the Moon. Change the company that you keep. What's up underneath this shit? Protect yourself. Stand on your motherfucking ground or sit on your seat. Somebody could be protecting in this motherfucking bubble, sitting in a seat. They got all these motherfucking warriors around them so that they can sit there and keep doing what the fuck they doing. Focus on the deets. Page of Pentacles. Focus on the details. Focus. King of Swords. Master your mindset. Your thoughts create your reality. They said that. This is an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. They showed you that shit too with this one. Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity for you. Opportunity. Opportunities. Right? Planning. Planning. Careful planning. What do you see? Before you just jump into some shit, look at it. Somebody is stagnant. They really not about that action. But you supposed to plan before you act. Because you could fucking run and jump into some shit and that could be all bad. Move towards peace. 6 of Swords. Away from the mental conflict. Away from the bullshit. Anything that would make you small and shrink. Maybe move towards healing. Connect to the divine within. Star energy. Learn those lessons. You learn the lesson and apply it to your life. They become a blessing. Hello? Burdens. Everybody has some struggles. Who the fuck didn't struggle? Shit. My mama struggled. We struggled. We had some shit. Everybody didn't struggle. Some people was born with that silver spoon shit. That was not us, beloved. Shit, my mama, my aunties, all her brothers and sisters came out of the same motherfucking household. But their outcomes is very different. Sometimes you have to separate yourself from some shit. It's all about what you gonna do with it. Shit, my grandparents and shit, they had rats and roaches and shit. My mama said I will never live with a roach. A rat, no. She didn't. She said that is a curse I will break. A couple of the ones. She was a hustler because she refused. Another one, them motherfuckers would be congregating around the ceiling. They sitting up on the crown molding in the goddamn daylight. Like, what y'all doing? No bullshit. No bullshit. It's levels to this. Everybody don't be called to do the same thing. Everybody don't carry the same spirit. You could come out of the same struggles, the same shit, and you still will come out with a whole different mode of action, beloved. MOA. High Priestess. Confusion. 7 of Cups. You got options. Go into yourself and have them secrets revealed onto you. What am I supposed to see? What am I supposed to do? The struggles awaken you. It helps you learn how to listen to your intuition. What is the spirit telling you to do, beloved? Bring the motherfucking tower. That's what they said. Bring down some shit. Company crumbling. You refuse to keep. For some reason, I see the struggles. High priestess keeps quiet, but this King of Swords that's in the background is like this could be an opportunity for somebody to speak the truth, to focus on the details and say some shit. You know, the struggles and shit that's been kept in secret. Like, what the fuck was going on that needed to come down, that needs to be healed. Like, it's chance for that. It's time to balance some shit. If somebody could be going back and forth with something, struggling, dealing with multiple energies. You know, it could be an opportunity to get something going, like to release stagnation, to clear it, to really put some energy in motion, to bring down a celestial and anchor it into the 3D. Your celestial power anchored goes right into your pocket, your physical currency. Blossoming abundance and financial constraint. We about to wrap it up. Thank y'all so much. Success. Anything else? No. See, plan, action, waiting to take the next step, waiting to do something, or just sitting on the shore watching shit and you are afraid to jump in and do something. Sometimes people are afraid to jump in to get their hands wet. It's not just to get their feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and get wet, to get in the flow and do some shit. And I think they show fluidity and it was a challenge. Yeah, they afraid. They tied up in their head, overthinking, right? Like, damn, should I or should not? Should I or should not? What would I do? Because if you get out here, you're going to fuck around and make waves. You start paddling and shit. You disturb the waters. You disturb emotions. You make waves. So what's going to happen when you make waves? Somebody could be in a man about that shit. Fuck that. Confirmation. Can't make it up. You might be called to make waves. So don't shrink yourself. You might be called to bring the tower. Curse breakers. You supposed to do it. That could be the opportunity for your whole motherfucking family line to release the inherited patterns. And in order for you to release the inherited patterns, you got to make waves. You got to see family shit. And you got to take that action. Here's the Ace of Wands. The passion to take the action. Where's that action? Where's the energy? To make waves, to break the curse off of a fucking family, off of a whole company, the company that you keep. You got these people up here at the top producing this shit. It's just going down the motherfucking line and it's affecting everybody else. Shit, you might have been done produced that one. Because out of all, if you got 10 motherfucking children, or you got eight kids, you out of the 8, 7 might be, defective eggs in there. And you got one that will come along and do something different. I can't make this shit up. Family. You got that one. All these other ones over there, la la la, they been learning how to do the shit. They in the company shit. They teach each other the fucking company shit. But you done birthed one with this little yellow right here I'm getting. It could be her back there because I see her with the yellow and the red. But I'm giving them. And this one could really be fucked up though. Because they just right here, right at the top with these two. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Take it how it resonate. They give me some bad shit. Damn. Yeah, she was real close to the top. And she probably getting all kind of extra rewards and shit. Yep, she get rewarded. Look, you see how that dad is giving her this damn reward? She got her hand on mom. But dad is giving her the reward. The reward could be, don't talk about the fuckery. Damn. Because as soon as we were saying that, the spirit put my eyes on the one in the background that's holding hands with the other two that had on the red shirt the red skirt and the yellow shirt. And it's giving solar plexus, which is down here, but also it's giving fire energy, it's giving root. And spirit said, do work on the root. And root chakra is red energy. The red flower of life. Yeah, somebody not happy with this shit. They may not be seeing this as an opportunity to do something different. Yeah, to say something. To learn something. To express some sort of truth. The truth of their higher self could be calling them to do something different to repair the root. Definitely picking up that. Definitely see this is an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. They're being given an opportunity to repair the root. Page of Wands. Look, that one wand that you need. The inspiration, the motivation, and they said that motivation, being motivated, inspired. Inspired by what? By the Ten of Swords, by the betrayal, the lies, the bullshit, the fuckery. 10 swords is the same as these 3 swords. This 37. That's 10. Enlightenment, awakening, the willpower, being, the fire being lit, that passion. 3 swords is heartache and grief, having to face the hard truth. 7 of swords could be lies and deceit, and it's definitely given like somebody needs to face an ending. Face an ending. Face the death. And see, that's what we were picking up. Remember, we were saying the little honey on the Ten of Pentacles, she had on the yellow shirt with the red skirt. We're picking up that red and yellow. As soon as we were thinking about the one that was connected to the parents, like maybe that's the one that they birthed, but Spirit said no, it's the other one with the red skirt. Yeah, see, the lies and deceit. 7 of swords. What the fuck be happening? Sneakiness and shit. 10 swords and 7 swords. That's 17. That's star energy. Star child energy. Some shit they could have been fucking born and into a whole conglomerate, a company of people, and organized crime is given. Lies and deceit. And you the one, spiritual awakening, a gift to come against all the drama and the chaos. But you got to understand that you cannot control people. You cannot fix people. 7 pentacles, right? Because 4 pentacles and 3 pentacles is 7 pentacles. It could be 7 energies. And like we said, if it was 2 parents, 10 of cups is a family. If it was 2 parents and they got 8 kids, 7 energies are left. Somebody could be trying to control how people work together. They could be the one, the oldest, that train people the fuck up to go along, to get along. Don't pay attention to that. But it's 1 pentacle left. Where's the pentacle that's left? I'm about to show you where they at. Oh, maybe we picked them up. It was that Page of Pentacles. To what? We picked them up. But either way, here it is, because the Page of Pentacles has the Ace of Pentacles. It's a person that was given. Because that's 8. That's 8 energies. So I don't know what the V is or why it's such a unalignment. Because they won't let me put it together in alignment. They wanted to do like this. It's a degree of separation. Queen of Wands. What you giving, Queen of Wands? We've been picking up a Queen of Wands fire energy that is either... I'm hearing rootedness is lacking. So it's something wrong with the roots. Whatever the fuck this shit is deep with the moon. Look, this is 17 again. 9 swords and 8 swords is 17. This is deep. With the moon, very emotional. Very emotional. And somebody don't want to disturb the waters, yo. You see how the water is still kind of calm? And if people are standing on the shore, it could be a difference. Like a person that's bringing positive energy, or somebody that's not afraid of the fucking darkness of the shadow shit. Somebody that need to sit in the light, right? Or just like maintain some sort of look of innocence is what I'm getting. Because this white is not necessarily giving me positive. It's giving like trying to portray themselves without blemish. But it's a difference of being able to sit in the dark and understand that all shit ain't necessarily without blemish. Like we be coming from some dark shit. Like the darkness gave you strength, beloved, to face the shadow, to walk with it, to understand that the devil is in the details. Pay attention to the detail. Queen of Swords. So it is giving like very smart, Yeah, Queen of Wands. I don't know if this person think they too smart for their own good, but a Queen of Swords can't necessarily always outthink a king of sword, especially if you tap into your hermit energy, like you go within yourself. And Spirit said that to journey within. It's a card down here that said journey within. Here it is. To go within yourself. That's what the hermit does. They put down this lantern because they don't necessarily need like that false pseudo light. They know they can create their own light. They go within, explore their feelings, express it, and they stand in their truth and their authority. Omega energy. Omega got you. There's nowhere that you can go where the Alpha and Omega are not with you. Six of Cups. So somebody could be reflecting on their past. Again, look, be a fucking detective. Pay attention to the deeds. Be a detective and pay attention to the deeds. Examine the people that are around you. Examine the company that you keep. Yeah, what the fuck you focus on grows. It does. What you focus on grows. Queen of Pentacles, what you focus on grows. If you focus on the fuck shit, then that's what you gonna grow. But if you focus on the real shit, on your reality, then you can create an ideal reality. What is your ideal reality? You always sowing seeds. You always giving your energy. You are always exchanging. What are you giving your energy to? Is it some shit that's gonna fucking dry your shit the fuck up? Or is it something that's gonna grow you? Is it also something that like a lesson that you need to understand that in order for me to grow what I'm growing, then I need to let some shit go? Is it really a loss? Sometimes you could put yourself in a self-imposed financial constraint or energy constraint by pulling your energy back and going into yourself, Ashe. Like, you don't put your energy, your light into the things that you used to. Six of Cups. Even if it is people who are close to you. You just don't pour into it. You just don't do it. Yeah. I'm going to show y'all this card. World card. You cause a cycle. You close it. You open up a gateway. You close it. Death card. You close it. You end it. So that you can be reborn again. It's like closing down the business so that you can restructure, reorganize, and then you have a reopening celebration. A reopening celebration. Yeah, King of Wands, leadership. Reopened under a whole new leader. That's crazy. Temperance angel, that's what Spirit said. Bring balance and harmony. Sometimes you have to shut shit down so that you could get shit in order, reorganize, and then reopen business. Yeah, so that you can move shit towards peace. You can hit nine of cups, wish fulfillment. Now everybody happy. You happy. Had to close the door so that you can reopen it. Reorganization. See yourself as the business. You guys welcome. Thank you so much. No, read is over. Thank y'all so much. We just picking it up now. We chopping it up. We gonna chop it up. So if y'all want to hang out while we chop it up, get the last few messages from the Spirit, then hang on out. If not, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Page of Wands. Be motivated. Inspiring. I think it's very inspiring when a company knows what it needs to do to go within itself to restructure, and then it comes back bigger and better. What up, Crystal? Thank you so much for tapping in. They go within themselves. I think one economy that did that, I think it was Japan. You know, it might have been Japan or China, or I can't remember. I want to say Japan, so don't, go fact check me. Get into the details. Fact check me. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was the Japanese economy. They did not interact with the outside world. They isolated and separated themselves for like 7 to 10 years or some shit. But they got themselves together from the inside out. And then when they re-emerged, they were bigger and better and stronger. Like, I can't say bigger, but you can grow up, right? Even if you don't have more land mass to go outward, you can always use, the vertical space. You can grow up. Think about shit different. It don't have to be exactly, that traditional shit conforming to something. They be like, oh, we can't expand because we only have so much square feet. But shit, you can go up, 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 up. It be so much unused space when you look at, going upward. Queen of Cups. Pour into yourself. Nourish you. Water sign coming through. Get into the waters. Disturb the emotion. Do what you need to do. Yeah, some shit is definitely not healed. You might not even be able to rest. You know what I'm saying? It might make you sick for a minute, short illness, but you'll be good. See, take that action. You can't rest? You sick about it? Take that action. That's what I'm getting. Look, the sun is coming through in reverse, and it's definitely a something with the family. Like, it's giving home, stability, four wands, challenge, and somebody being sad about that shit. Something that they don't see. They not illuminated. It's giving shrouded in darkness. But it's also a thing with like being able to sit in the dark. Somebody is not aware of something. Two of wands. Somebody not aware. You said as you chug your water. Yeah, temperance angel. Ask the spirit to show you what you're not aware of, what you don't know. Go within yourself, hermit. And ask the spirit to show you what you don't know. They're giving us something else. Page of Cups. Right? Empress. So we were picking up that young one. Right? So just think. Alpha energy, but this is also giving mother energy. Right? The spirit could be saying, little one, come here, come here, come here, come here, sit down. Let me give you revelation on what the fuck this really is. What is being birthed? What was put out? What did they teach you from a young state of mind that affected your emotions? It affected your development. It affected your whole environment. If you don't freaking know no better, and everybody in the company that you keep or the company that's around is telling you don't pay attention to the motherfucking deeds, let it go, that's just how it go with the flow, then that's what people do, yo. Page, young. But it's giving, get motivated to do some different shit. Get motivated. Death is an illusion. Death is an illusion. You learn that endings are near just new beginnings. You close the door on some shit, another door will open, beloved. Sometimes you stand in the threshold. On the other side of the door, take the step to move forward. Don't just keep leaning up against that bitch. Go forward. Have an attitude of gratitude for the fact that you even went through it. You know? You learn the ability to express your feelings. Understand how you think, how your mind works, because your thoughts create your own reality. Everybody got value, they do. And like attracts like. We don't judge one another. It's not about judgment. Everybody had their own struggles. Accept struggles as a lesson. Focus on the motherfucking positive. Shit, I told y'all, we came from fucking struggles. So shit, my mama, she was like, I'll be goddamn if I live with rats and roaches. Choose love over fear. The law of love. She said I'd be goddamn if I live with rats and roaches. So she didn't. You ain't got to have a whole bunch of shit in order to live a certain kind of way, beloved. It ain't about the money that you make. It's the energy and effort that you put into it. You can motivate and inspire others coming from a little bit. But you might need to separate yourself. They show that motivation. Thank you. Pages of Wands. Inspire others. Be an inspiration. And you ain't even got to have a whole lot of fire. You could still be young. Trying to figure yourself out. Appreciate your own talents and your own gifts. You bring something, I'm getting for somebody spectacular. Like within you, a flame is lit. They passed you a torch. Your family line, your lineage passed you the fucking torch. That's what I'm picking up so that you could do the job. Like release all inherited patterns of limitation and suffering. Choosing instead to embody the highest expression. Page of Wands is expressive. They are motivated. They are the adventurer. They are the explorer. They are creative. That fire that's within them, even solar plexus, the drive to do something different. Somebody's spirit may not allow them to rest. One, they would have to clear being a victim, right? You're not a victim of life, right? Life happens to everybody. It's always going to be life, and it's what do you do with it? You accept the struggles as lessons, beloved. Evolution. Follow the golden rule. Treat others how you want them to treat you. If you don't want nobody to disrespect you, if you don't want nobody to tell your motherfucking business, and stop motherfucking gossiping and backbiting, beloved. Stay open-minded. Not everybody gonna tell the truth about you. Realize that shit too. We gotta think about telling the truth though. We do. And the Most High God handles everything the way that it wants it to be handled. If you are a person that repents, I have harmed a person that was very close to me in the past. My friend, I was like, and because ain't nobody perfect. Nobody is without blemish. They're just not. But it's all about how do you handle it? Do you have integrity? Do you have the mindset to repent? Do you have the mindset to repent? And repent ain't nothing but changing your mind on how you see shit, because your thoughts create your reality. Can you go back and self-reflect and observe and be like, damn, that was fucked up. You did what you did, but how can you atone for it? How do you go to the spirit and sit within yourself, sit with the source that judges all things and receive your judgment? How do you make amends? How do you create or give a recompense? Some people don't even try to make amends. And if you've made amends, you try to make amends, and you give and give and give, and you pay your karmatic debt, can't nobody fucking judge you for that. Kindness counts. Did you try to pay your debt? And they pulled that card out that said kindness. It's down here somewhere. It's a little short. Here it is. Kindness. Kindness counts. Everybody has value. Where did it go? Kindness counts. If we put it on the table, that bitch just disappeared. Okay. Here it is. Like, what happened? Kindness counts. Ask for guidance. What does the Spirit want you to do? Your beliefs are right for you. And look, the Spirit said take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility. You go to the Most High God and you do what you need to do, what it tells you to do. Kindness and the way that you give and you put shit out, you pay your recompense, you pay your karmatic debt, then you done with that. Be done with that. We see 30 and 70. I don't know what y'all see on y'all side. 3270 could be, but 3710. Let some shit in. Don't continue to drag yourself through the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody perfect. We just not. Be of service. Put yourself in service. Serve other people. Serve something outside of you. Follow the golden rule. Do unto others. If you don't want nobody to sit up and gossip about you, then don't gossip about other people. Let go of the ego. The law of love, Spirit said. Evolution and family line. You are the one that's called to rise above every challenge. To rise above it. Not just meet the challenge, but rise above it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do something with this spirit of envy. Everybody's the same, but they got different challenges. And if you are called to evolve and rise above every challenge, you know what I'm saying? You could be the one that got the torch. You got to carry this mantle to dismantle some shit. You carrying the mantle to dismantle some shit. Storm warning, tower moment. To end it. But where there is an ending, there's a new beginning. That's not just going to be it. You might have failed for potential. You might be understanding that the vibe is not vibing. The vibe is not vibing. Don't misread the vibe. They're just not vibing back. You don't vibe for a reason. And that's okay. Understand what it's showing or telling you, Ashe. It's definitely the way they searching through something. Think. They definitely want you to think. And I'm hearing Aretha Franklin thing again. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Hey, red flag. Somebody need to stop and think. See the red flags are parading them bitches. If the group chat, if the group chat hates this person, then they might have a point. Your besties have no reason to lie. They're seeing your situation from the outside where it's clearly a dumpster fire. Trust their side eyes. So it could be somebody around a person that's like a third party or an outsider to a situation and they seeing it differently. So take it how it resonates. You could be in a group chat with a whole bunch of people, and if the group chat hates them, then you might be thinking they have a point. They got a point. If everybody's saying this, then they got a point. But you got to think about who's in the group, who is the company, right? It could be the other way around. So flip it, right? You could be telling a person like, "Oh, this person is great," and people in there they like, "No." We all could see the consensus like that shit is not good. That's not great. You might want to come out of something and see it a different way. Either way. State control mastery. The fastest way to shift your mindset is not with your thoughts, but a physical change. See, come out of something. Come out of it so that you can see a different way. The fastest way to shift your mindset is not with your thoughts, but with a physical change. Look at this. They definitely in their thoughts. So how do you make a change? If you don't come away from this shit and see it from a different perspective, then you fuck around and be caught up in it. That's what I'm getting. Taste of victory. So somebody could definitely be victorious. They just got to change their nourishment. Right? Source energy flows through you. It will reveal onto you. But what are you eating? What are you consuming? Some people like to eat bullshit. We eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Well, what the fuck is the basis? Why would you want to eat pieces of shit? Words that regulate. Your words matter. Regulate your words. What are you saying? Seriously. Rooted. Lonely. Denial. Doubt. And I can't. Yeah, somebody definitely feel rooted. I'm getting rooted in the energy of loneliness or separation, rooted in denial, rooted in doubt, and rooted in the energy of I can't. Rooted in the image of being a victim, establishing a victim image. Rooted in stagnation, rooted in lethargy, rooted in hatred and envy. That's heavy. What's the motivation? What's the basis? You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? What's the motivation? Right, overworking. Fear. Somebody could be overworking due to fear. Fear and insecurity. I told y'all, mama don't know how to start working. Heartbreak and rootedness. Rooted in heartbreak. Rooted in trauma. You know, two very different reactions from the same stimulus. Boundaries. Something somewhere, something gotta quit. Instability, clear instability. You know? Somebody may have wanted to, that like I said, my mom was always hustling because she didn't want to be unstable. Right? Loneliness. And we see fucking delusion. That's what we said. Clear that fucking delusion. Family delusional disorder. Somebody fucking spitting mad. They fucking mad as fuck. Loneliness is a challenge. What's this? Numbness. Clear numbness. Clear numbness. Sometimes people be just numb to some shit or act dumb to some shit. How the fuck you be numb and dumb to some shit? Self-care. Look, knowing thyself, you don't know who you are yet. Self-knowing. Don't. Sometimes people are so connected in the groups and shit, they have some sort of group identity. And they be happy with it. Happiness and oneness. We are one. No matter what they do. We see a lack of power though. Invoke your power. They do be numb to some shit and dumb to some shit. We see safety and look, there's that motivation coming through again. Motivated, powered. You have the ability to move towards safety. Clear the fucking delusion. That shit is not healthy. It's just not healthy. You know? Sometimes you just gotta change the company in order to love on yourself, self love. Invoke that shit. We see hatred or love, and they said the law of love, right? Love, self love, source eternal life force, source eternal life force, the love, light on voluntary escape, the law of love. Your heart knows no bounds, but damn it, healthy love has boundaries. Healthy love does have boundaries. You don't have to be around everything. Clear the energy of instability. Like if I come away from some shit, if I clear the fucking delusion, it will destabilize everything. And honestly, it will. It will. It will bring a tower moment. You know what I'm saying? A house divided against itself cannot stand. Clear stinginess. We said the law of reciprocity, right? Stinginess. The law of reciprocity. Give without expecting anything. And they put that shit in reverse. Ain't that stinginess? When a person don't want to give shit, clear the energy of being unworthy or thinking that you worth so much that you don't need to give shit. You don't need to give shit. That's delusional. Anything else in here? Spirit said no. I feel it's something else, some sort of energy though. Yeah, confusion. Clear the motherfucking confusion. Confusion and delusion. Clear that shit. Maybe somebody confused on how they can. Sitting around talking about they can't. That hit the mic. Maybe some shit. Speak up. I don't know. They definitely hit the motherfucking mic. They hit mic. Spirit funny. The way they be saying shit is hilarious. Fragmented self. Somebody need to bring their shit together. Somebody two-faced it, y'all. I'm definitely picking up a two-faced ass energy. Two-faced it as a motherfucker. Future self is here. Enemy, frenemy. Anchor your strength. The internal time code is coming through. I heard it ain't what you do, it's who you know. That's different. It ain't what you do, it's who you know. What's the mindset, yo? Future pacing success. And we see limiting decisions. See, don't somebody look like they facing bars, like they trapped, like that 8 of swords? It says, I'm not good enough. People will always disappoint me. Money is evil and things never work out for me. All of that shit is victim stories. A limiting decision is a choice made in the past, often unconsciously, that restricts your options or potential. And you can't reach the highest potential of your lineage when you feel like your options are restricted. What did you decide about yourself or other people or the world that limits your growth? Identify these limiting decisions and replace them with empowering choices that reflect your true potential. You can't get, again, to your family's, your future self, and it says, to embody your lineage's potential. The highest expression of your lineage's potential, you can't get to your future self if you have a limited mindset and you feel like, your environment, your choices, your resources are just limited and that's just the way that it is. That's group delusion. That's group delusion. And people teach it. Like fleas can jump so high, but if you put them in a jar and the parents learn that they can only jump so high, they teach their kids that they can only jump so high. They can only aspire to be so great. That's why representation matters. If you only see people reaching a certain point of life, then your ability to aspire to greatness is limited by what you have been exposed to, beloved. Reframe the fear. You have to reframe shit and face on the fear. To take on the fear or face the fear. Fear often signals that you're on the edge of growth, and they showed the growth card. It's not out here no more. We put it away. Right? It says, ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? If you break away from a delusional ass situation, what is the worst that could happen? That you get clarity, a peace of mind, you move forward, you get rid of the errors that you fucking produce and the goddamn defects. You don't keep doing what they say. You stop limiting yourself. You stop shrinking yourself. You stop accepting breadcrumbs. You get to live in your truth and your power. You get to expand. You get to grow. You get to be great. Shit, let them motherfuckers hate. You reach for love of self and you release the hate. What's the best that could happen? All those things that we just said. Shift your focus from fear to opportunity. That empowers you to move forward. And they said that. Shift your focus. Move away from the fear. See it as an opportunity to grow, to expand. Even if you have to shut some shit down so that you can reorganize yourself and get back to business, you will open up renewed, refreshed, with the ability to have greater success. You learn the lessons. So keep the vision. Just don't be stuck to the particular pathway, Ashe. Just don't be stuck to the particular pathway. You might be called to interrupt the fucking pattern. That's it. To break the motherfucking state. To break some shit. You don't gotta stay stuck. A break state is a deliberate shift in focus, movement, or even laughter that can reset your emotional and mental state instantly. This card reminds you that you hold the power to neutralize any situation by snapping out of unhelpful states in a very intentional way. Cut that shit the fuck off. State control mastery. The fastest way, and they pulled this card, was on the spread, on the table. It showed itself in a session. The fastest way to shift your mindset, right, is not necessarily with your thoughts, but with a physical change. Sometimes you need to get away from something so that you could think about it differently. You could see it differently. Because it's hard to see the defects when they're all around you. You've been taught that the shit is normal. Challenging absolutes. Universal words like always, never, or everyone or nobody create a rigid absolute statement. So who has created a rigid absolute is given an environment that's rigid, full of absolutes? It must be this or it must be that. It's got to be this or it's got to be that. It's always this. It's never that. You know what I'm saying? They create an illusion, a delusion based on absolute statements. And you might be called to challenge. Is it really always that? Is it really always that? Ecology check. Ecology check, fucking reality check. Before you make a decision on some shit, investigate. Look at the details. Is it good for me? Is it good for other people? Is it good for the environment? If it's not good for the environment, if it's not good for me, if it's not good for other people, or any one of those three is off, you might want to sit before you make the decision, beloved. See, sit. Go inward. To go in is to go forward. And Spirit said that so many times. The journey within, hermit, ask the Most High God, door to the Spirit. They brought them cards out in so many different ways. Generative change. You are the one to bring change. Change to your generation. Generative change focus not on fixing what's broken, but creating new patterns, interrupting the pattern. You don't have to fix what's broken, right? Because that's what they said. That's the universal law that they read first, the law of allowing. Stop trying to fix, change, or control anyone. You can't fix nobody else. That's not your job. You don't even have the tools to do it. You just don't. You have to go back to the manufacturer, that which made it, the source. They have to fix it. They the only thing that could fix it. Yeah, future self and sovereignty. Your future self is calling you to be sovereign, to move away from some shit, to be able to stand on your own. I am a sovereign being, free to exist in alignment with my highest truth, beloved. Yeah, so get some rest, sacred sleep. Somebody might be up all fucking night worried about what the fuck they need to do. Spirit said, no, take care of you. And rest is a way that you love on you. Success is here. Thinking man. Could be about what action to take. It could be the light that's leading the dark. Maybe you trying to balance some shit out. Maybe you realize that what you looking at does have some blemishes. It's not like it's all this goddamn light. Love and light. Okay. Okay. You got to be able to move through the night. And sometimes you got to be able to blend in where people can't see you and shit. And I'm getting that. Daily choices. Protect yourself. I am building a powerful momentum of positive habits through consistent daily choices. What are the choices that you make consistently? True friendship is where they put that card. Understand who really for you and who not. Somebody got a curated self-image. This shit is not real. They're wearing a mask, and spirit could be calling them to take the mask off. You could be the person that's ripping off the mask. Social media can offer short-term benefits. Beauty products and social media can offer short-term boosts, thank you, to a self-image. But the only thing that truly shows you in your best light is your personality. A person's attitude towards life is reflected on their face. Ugly feelings like hatred, and we showed hatred, right? And bitterness show themselves on the faces of those who hold them. Look at a person's face. Some people that be walking around with the stank face all the time, it seems like they face just set in that energy. Right? Like, you can see it. Like, do they got heaviness, dark circles underneath their eyes? Do they look like they need to sleep? Like, do they look like they exhausted? Or is a aura shining through? Do they feel happy and jovial? And, for some reason, I'm seeing the word refreshed. Like, some people could just look tired as shit. You look tired. It shows. It's written on your face. Broken spirit, lost and confused, empty, scared, used and abused. A fool. They say, funny how you feel is written all over your face. And the smile that you wearing looks a little bit out of place. Shit. Oh, hell no. Hell no. We gotta put this back in this box. Thank y'all for hanging out as we chop it up. We just chopping it up. The read is over. If you're interested in these last messages, just to see how the spirit is affirming what they already brought to us in this session. This is in reverse. When you try to hold on to things after their time, you suffer and you make other people suffer. When you try to hold on to shit longer than their time, like it's expired, you suffer and you make other people suffer. I'm getting feeding people with spoiled milk. I'm hearing that old saying back in the day, so language, YouTube, I'm hearing tough titty says the kitty, but the milk's still good. Somebody had a tough titty and expired milk. That milk was not no damn good. Mind that is established in true emptiness encompasses the universe. Somebody need to clear their fucking mind. Empty their mind of all the shit that's been put in it, so that the universe can reveal to you, it can encompass it. The universe cannot give you information when you refuse to let go of the shit that you already learned. Everything has a beginning and has an ending. Knowing that truth, you find peace. They brought this card out as well. And they showed y'all the death card. In the lesson, they said that death is an illusion. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. If it will be born, it will have a death. But again, if it begins, it will end. And where something ends, it will begin again. Knowing that truth, you find peace. There's nothing but life. It cycles. We are always moving from one phase to another phase to another phase. We're supposed to be growing, transition, evolving, adapting. If you are not doing that, you are a projection of love. You are a projection of love. Love the earth, love the air, love the water, love the fire, love all the elements. You are a projection of love. That's the law of love. And your heart knows no bounds. Let love radiate. You see how that light is coming from the inside out? You know what I'm saying? That's divine feminine wisdom. What's this in reverse? Compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. And that's in reverse. Somebody is not compassionate. They do see the faults of other people, right? They are definitely in their ego. Become the shelter of the world, a resting place for the broken and the wounded. And we called this out. We were like, what did we see that card where it was like, we saw something about being a healer to the broken or to the wounded, a resting place for the broken or for the wounded, those who feel broken, who have experienced the wounding. We all have shit that break. Right, they used to say that shit, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's some bullshit. You can heal a bone, but you may not recover from some shit somebody said. That shit may stick. When I say you replay them motherfucking words over and over and over and over again, especially if a person done been saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, they say it so long till it becomes a truth to you. They could lie to you over and over and over again, brainwashing you with their words, and that shit becomes a truth. Somebody done did that shit and caused a whole motherfucking family to be deluded. Been lying to you your whole motherfucking life. And you don't know no better because you was born into the shit. You don't have no outside perspective. This shit is, look at that. You are the projection of love. Love the earth, love the air, love the water, love the fire. Reciprocity. Give love to all things, to every element. Once I and mine are given up, there is no limited individual. There is only the wisdom which pervades everything. Nothing belongs onto I. Nothing belongs onto me. Nothing is mine. Everything belongs onto the source that made all things. It's something else because I heard cultivate, but we are the source itself, and so is everything, beloved. That's what they said. Cultivate perfection of wisdom. No fire, poison, or sword or water can harm you. Cultivate perfect wisdom. You cannot be harmed. I don't know why we get in a stutter. I do feel the spirit communicating something, and I want to make sure that we say it. The force of the flowing river causes the flowers, the herbs, and the trees to grow. And I'm seeing the source that flows through you like a boundless river of light. So the force of the flowing river, and I'm getting the river of light, causes all things to grow. The flowers to grow, the herbs to grow, the trees to grow. Without those things, we could not be. That's why they were placed here first, yo. The sacred wisdom in your heart has magical power. The wisdom of your heart, the love. And we were seeing that energy that was emanating off of that card right here. The love coming off of your heart, out of you. And I'm getting the heart of the divine shining through. The sacred wisdom in your heart has magical power for your spiritual growth, for your growth. It's not for you to control. It's not for the ego. Compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. It sees the opportunity for strength, the opportunity for growth, the opportunity of what could be. It sees potentiality. But it's something about the probability, what to focus on and what to put your energy into. Your past, your present, and your future are elusive. Well, they closed the box on that, didn't they? All right. Well, be pure. Free yourself from such conditions. Unimpeded. Free yourself from such conditions. Your past, present, and future are elusive. Be pure. Free yourself from such conditions. Unimpeded. Don't allow anything to impede your process. Unimpeded. Your pathway is clear. Your past, present, and future are elusive. Be pure, pure at heart. Free yourself from such conditions. Free yourself from your past, from your future, and even from the mind trap of the present. Don't worry. Focus in the present. Focus on the detail. Accept the present as a gift. The reality of what is. It is what it is. And you can't fucking change it. You can't control it. When you try to hold on to things after the time frame, you suffer and other people suffer too. So don't lean into suffering. Let shit go when the time is due. When the time is due, let it go. Let go. Put that over there. Fear. See, don't hold it. Some people are afraid to let go. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And that was the law. To live in the energy of love. It's like testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. Honestly, honesty in relationships. Attract those who are beneficial to serving the highest good, beloved. You can't expect honesty from other people, but you should be able to expect it from yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Don't delude you. Some people are self-delusional. They delude themselves. Relationships. Sit in relationships with people that will want to delude you, that will pull you the fuck down. But if you separate yourself, you can attract relationships that uplift you, that grow you, that support you. That's what I heard. See, and some shit. Death is nothing but merely beginnings. Endings and beginnings. You just transition to some different shit. Be better for you, beloved. So don't be anxious about the ending. Release worry. Worry doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't. What's going to happen is going to happen. You can't control so many things that are outside of you. Other people going to do what they going to do. Have patience. Observe. Everything happens in divine timing. Let the Most High God reveal onto you. We see door to romance. Enter into yourself. Self-love. Self-care. That's what they said. Maybe that's what the storm is for. To push you into yourself. It's given so that you can love yourself more. Release attachments to this dark ass shit. What are you chained to? That you need to be broken free from, like walking around and maybe not even see that you are impeded. Spirit said be pure. Release yourself from the attachment. Like, don't be attached to anything truly, because it's like nothing belongs onto us. That's the law of detachment. Don't be attached to the past, to the present, or to the future. You can operate in it with a sense of non-detachment. Like, I'm in it, but I'm not necessarily connected to it. I'm an operator. I understand how it goes, but baby, look, and I seen that page of swords we were getting, investigating, like learning. They called that out early. The struggles. Accept the struggles as a lesson to teach you some shit. I just got to put that card in there. See, look, don't be anxious with the anxiety. Challenge with connections of the household, this organization, this fucking company. The company that you keep. You can't even sleep around them motherfuckers and shit. You don't feel no calm energy. That shit is stressful. It's all the way up. Right? Doing the fuck too much. Maybe that's pushing your ass somewhere like the winds of change to accelerate you towards peace. Hell, maybe that's what somebody is learning. Watch and observe. Move away from the drama, the chaos, the conflict, the envies, the jealousy, the competition and shit. Everybody competing for rewards and recognition. Like, if you keep up the fuckery and shit, then I'll give you more rewards and you get some sort of benefit. See the truth of it. Examine. Get into the details. Get some clarity. And then speak your truth. Sit in the truth and then speak your truth. Call your energy back. Loyalty to what? What are you loyal to? The truth of your loyalty. Get grounded. Get rooted. See? Something about that motherfucking group chat. If the group chat hates them, then they all might have a point. You might need to step away from that shit so that you can see the real, beloved. Everybody in the group chat might be under the same motherfucking delusion. They said they're just not ready. That was your cue not to wait. Don't park your heart in somebody else's construction zone. Mystery. He's not a mystery. He's just avoidant. He has poor texting hygiene. That's for somebody. Oh hell no. Nah. Oh hell no, nah, Spirit. You not a backup dancer in a music video of somebody else's life. If you always on the side while they chase the center stage with somebody else, drop the choreography. You were meant to lead. You were a fucking leader. You ain't nobody fucking side piece. What is the company that they keep? What's the company? You're not their healing journey. You're just the pit stop, the unpaid pit stop. You got to go within yourself to heal. You showed up with love, snacks, and growth potential. They showed up with trauma and no gas. Let them find a mechanic, not another muse. Don't take on another construction project. Somebody that's pushing out defects and they want you to come in and restructure their shit. No, they need to shut the fuck down, shut up, and go in and reorganize themselves to what? If you have to ask all your friends what they text message meant, it didn't mean much, beloved. If you got to go around asking people what the fuck did this shit mean, it didn't mean that much. I mean, what the fuck? You got to go around everywhere showing them the same motherfucking message? What the fuck? If they wanted to, they would, period. Love doesn't need decoding. If they are ghosting you, breadcrumbing you, or they too damn busy, they're not your person. They just a waste of a perfectly good energy. It's a mascara, and we use seeing that beauty products, but it's giving energy. Don't waste your time on somebody that's breadcrumbing you. Love shouldn't feel like you competing in the Hunger Games. We just said competition. If you constantly try to win their attention, their approval, or their affection, may the odds be ever in your favor, because that's not love. It's survival mode. Somebody could have you in survival mode. It ain't a rom-com. It's a red flag documentary. A whole fucking red flag documentary. Somebody just don't care that much. And they breadcrumbing you. You out here baking a whole goddamn cake, just giving all the motherfucking shit from fucking scratch, beloved. It's manipulation with a side of gaslighting. You deserve the whole bakery, not the crumbs on the floor. See, you changed your whole vibe to be easier for them. And this is the one we were talking about. They just split on it way earlier. So if y'all was here, you heard us. We're like, didn't they have a card that said something about you was being too loud, you was being too much, you was doing too much, and they wanted you to quiet down, pipe down, shrink yourself to fit in? Spirit said no. Don't change your motherfucking vibe. You changed your whole vibe to be easier for them. Ew. They said you was too much, too loud, too sensitive. You too much, you too loud, too sensitive. And now you quiet and sad. Guess what? That's not love. That's shrinking for scraps. Breadcrumbs and shrinking for scraps? No. Your standards, again, QC, quality control issues. Your standards didn't scare them away. It was their lack of integrity. They have no fucking integrity. Don't lower the bar for people. Lowering the bar? No. Don't lower the bar for people who can't even limbo. Let alone leap. They can't get low or jump. They can't go low or high. The right one will rise to meet, right? They'll meet you. Not run in fear. And we were getting, you have the ability to rise above every challenge. So the right one will rise to meet you. They not gonna make you shrink yourself or lower your standards or stand still and wait for them to motherfucking catch up. You keep on moving. If y'all meet in the future somewhere because this person put the work in to accelerate themselves, then okay, entertain what the spirit tell you to entertain. But don't stop your grind, your move for nobody. Don't shrink yourself for shit. Fuck that. They're not playing hard to get. They're playing not that into you. If a person don't put in the energy and the effort, then they not that into you. So don't romanticize confusion. You deserve clear intentions, clarity, not mixed signals with a smug smile. And we said it was something wrong with somebody's smile. And the smile that you wear seems a little bit out of place. You're the prize, not a fucking puzzle. You're the prize, not a puzzle. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. I appreciate y'all so much. We gotta go. You can't fix someone. And what did they say? Stop trying to fix. Stop trying to control. You can't fix nobody. You gotta send that shit. It came from the manufacturer like that. You can't fix it. That's not on your resume. You don't even have the tools to do it. You can't fix someone who thinks you're the problem. They won't even admit that they have an issue. They don't live in reality. They blame you for their mood, for their mess, and for their mom issues. I can't make this shit up. We said it was something with potentially a mother figure. This shit comes down from the motherfucking top, the family. They blame you for their mood, their mess, and their mom issues. Sweetheart, you're not the enemy, but they sure treat you like one. And that goes right along with last night's reading where we said that sometimes you got to be comfortable with being a villain in somebody else's motherfucking story. When you walk away from the bullshit and you live in your truth because you learn to sit in your truth first and foremost to deal with it. Face your truth. Sit in the truth. I don't know why they won't let me say that. The truth is the truth. If you can't face it, if you can't sit in it, it's going to be trouble for you. Yeah, you can't heal together if one of you is the reason the other one needs healing. How you going to heal with somebody that is not interested in healing? It's not romantic, it's toxic. Trauma bonding isn't a soulmate connection, it's a cycle. Break it before it breaks you. And the trauma bond could come from, people who are born, the trauma that you deal with as a youngster. You have the trauma, you haven't moved through it, and then you bond with another person that's dealing with some shit. If you get on your healing journey, you and this person will definitely separate. Your soul will cause you to separate. You can, but you will suffer because you hold on to it well beyond its time, beyond its expiration date. Again, it's like drinking spoiled milk. That shit will make you sick. You're not their enemy. They just treat you like one. They treat you like the enemy because you healing and they not. The law of power. Remember the truth of who you are. And see how she in that damn black? It's giving death. It's giving grief. It's giving that black chorus. Like being able to sit in your shadows and deal with it, Not everybody can sit in their shadow. Some people don't want to face it. They forget they even got a motherfucking shadow. They remember that the sun on their motherfucking face and they just walking in the light. It's a shadow back there, alright? It's a shadow back there. And there's a certain time of the day when the sun moves and the sun is on your back, the shadow is in front of you.
Alpha, Omega. Let these cards
Throat chakra. Somebody don't want you to speak. The law of rhythm. Sometimes the sun is going to be on your face and sometimes it's on your back. It goes around. Right? And the universe is guiding you. It's guiding you to your truth. It's telling you to go with the flow. It's telling somebody to do to say what I told you to say, despite who would try to silence you. The power right? The law of transmutation. Energize the mental picture of your dream. You can't do that shit if your mind not right. If you can't see clearly. The law of truth. To stand in the truth. To speak the truth. Somebody don't want you to speak the truth. My throat just cleared up. Love unconditionally, but healthy love has boundaries. Love unconditionally and create healthy boundaries. Love has boundaries. I am love itself. I'm on light. I'm light on voluntary escape. I am love. But there's boundaries here. In any moment, I have a capacity. It's only so much that I could take. The law of secondary causation. Stop reacting and start being the person you always desired to be. Stop reacting to some shit and just be. Be great, be great. The law of dharma. Transform your pain into purpose. When you start to transform this shit, when you start to heal, right? You step into your power. Look, you're not afraid to disturb the water. Look at that water behind you. That shit show enough disturbed, beloved. But you could transform all that pain into your purpose, into your dharma. Living your truth. That shit gonna have a motherfucking ripple effect, don't it? That's a ripple for your ass. That ain't a ripple. That's a motherfucking wave. The law of correlation, the law of power. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Thank y'all so much for your energy. We 8 likes from to 100. Is it 8 likes in the house? If we get there, we get there. But I appreciate it. We close. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, yo. For sticking around, for hanging out. The law of manifestation. Again, let go of trying to control shit. You can't control somebody and you can't fix people. Especially if they think your ass a goddamn problem. Let go of trying to control. And when you let go of that control and trying to fix and stop shit and all of that, then you allow the miracle. You allow the miracle. Damn, Heidi, that's fucked up. Yo, ex Leo ghosted you last year after you helped them for 9 years. They owe you $4,000. Well, I will positively reframe. Right, your strength is with you. You have the ability, the power to recall your energy. You have the power to recall your energy. And I affirm for you that you have the support you need to sit in remembrance, the reminder of your truth, to remember who you are, that you are infinitely powerful, that you can recall your power. See the law of individualization, shine your unique light bright. You don't dim yourself for nobody, all right? You just don't. It's giving all these amethysts like crystals that are around you. I see moon energy. I see you cloaked in some sort of golden energy. I see this flamingo. Me and my sister were talking about flamingos yesterday, how she loved flamingos. That's pretty. The law of reciprocity and the law of allowing. The same two. One of the laws that came out was the law of reciprocity. Another one was the law of love. And I think we saw the law of allowing. They read it in the book. They did. They read it in the book. So let go of control. Again, you can't fix nobody. I can't make this shit up. You can't fix someone. Stop trying to fix, change, or control anyone. Allow them to be who they are. They just are who they are. The law of reciprocity. Give without expecting anything in return. So understand this true law. Right? And the law of rhythm. The universe is guiding you to go with the flow. To get into the flow. Let go of control, and especially trying to control somebody else. You can only control yourself. And sometimes we hold so much control over ourselves that we don't allow ourselves to flow. Like it's too stiff, it's too rigid. You're not flexible. You're not adaptable. Right? You can't bend with the winds of change. Right? That's what it's giving. I'm seeing a reed. Like see the law of mentalism. Get clear on your core values and commit to what matters. It wasn't about your standards. It was because they lack integrity. Sometimes people just lack that capacity. And it has nothing to do with you. But it is a lesson for you. It's a lesson for you. Take it as an opportunity to live in your truth and do what it is that you are called to do. We missing a rubber band. Quick checking this story. He's not thinking about you. So somebody need to stop stalking somebody's page. Spirit said, whoever the fuck you stalking, they are not thinking about you. They are not. Oh, that's what we did. Because this rubber band don't go on this deck. It just don't. Quit reading between the lines. There's nothing here. There's no hidden messages, no secret love notes, just bad communication and even worse intentions. Don't overanalyze the breadcrumb. You're not starving. That's right. The universe, it's something, so much to say in this deck. Like, damn. We could just keep reading and reading and reading because there's a lot to say. It's a lot stored up that you could say. But I feel like I'm hearing. Be careful of explosion. Like it's saying a whole lot because you holding shit back because you have not said shit in years and shit. Yeah, justice, the moon. So we do feel like a balancing is coming through justice. It's giving karmatic balance. And everybody has their heart weighed against the truth, the feather of truth. Like your heart should be light as a feather. So if you do have something to get off your chest, maybe go to the spirit and ask them how to express it, how to deal with these deep emotions, the moon. Like, because you definitely are going to ruffle some feathers. Somebody feel a kind of way. They do. It could be a masculine energy. It could be Omega calling you to do something. Only Omega judges. Alpha Omega call and decree, the source of all things. They judge. Don't let nobody judge you, we. And it's not about like being judgy over another person. You just discern and you make decisions on what's good for you. What is going to expand you. See, decisions. Two of Swords. A stalemate, being stuck and indecisive, and Spirit said, let us help you make the decision so that you know which way to go. Look, it's to end some shit. Death card, yo. And sometimes people are stuck because they don't want to do what the Spirit keep telling them to do. The Spirit keep telling them to end some shit. Like, it's time. Wheel of Fortune. Like when you hold on to things longer than their time, you end up suffering. That's what they said. So stand in your strength. Leo energy. Take the courage to do what needs to be done. Face the hard truth. Right? It is somebody that is in a pride and ego refusing to let something go. They don't understand that it's time to end some shit. Like death is the answer. The death is like I end a connection. I end a situation. I put an end to it. I deaded it. That was the choice. It was time for that shit. I stood in my strength. I was strong enough to face the fucking harsh truth of this shit. I can take them 3 swords. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My heart is strong enough to take that shit. Because after the 3 swords is the 4 swords. I can heal. I can rest. I can rest. Sunshine. Illuminate. Happiness. Bliss. You can take the motherfucking heat. For somebody, go solar in that bitch. Solar plexus. Where there's a will, there's a way, damn it. We done. We keep saying we done and we keep getting more shit. We keep saying more shit. See, somebody trying to control 4 of Pentacles. You can't control it. It's only so long. That shit is working and working and working in the background. 4 of Pentacles and 8 Pentacles is hangman energy. That's 12 Pentacles. That's something that's been hanging on too long. You need to see something different. A new perspective. Who the fuck is working to... Look, control mastery. King of Cups. Fucking water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Right? 7 of Swords with the fucking lies and deceit and shit. What's the lies and shit? 3 of Pentacles. 3 different energies. Collaborating lies and shit. But something in them details, that shit conflict. Pay attention to the details, beloved. It definitely got something to do with family. And there's one right here that's close as fuck that gets some sort of reward, some sort of benefit. Pay attention to the details. Page of Pentacles. Focus. Move towards peace, justice. Stop trying to control. When you let that shit go, you call in a miracle. That's what Spirit said. Might fucking reduce your circle, but it is what it is. If you get a liar out your midst, then it's all to the good, beloved. Like attracts like. I do see collaboration and working together. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely given. I do see 4 of Pentacles and I see 3. So it could be 7 energies working together. All wrapped around the same type of spirit. That same type of, again, 7 people or 7 entities working in the same type of energy. All up underneath some sort of mass produced fucking delusion. Something that is afflicting their fucking family. But it's one that's different. It's one that's different. But we don't know what they're going to do, beloved. We thank y'all so much for tapping in. We made it to 96. That's beautiful because 9 and 6 is 15. And 15 is the devil card. That's toxicity. 32 is 5. It's time for change. It's a challenge. Competition, competing, jealousy, and envy. And it could be some sort of even competition amongst the motherfucking siblings. And that shit is insidious. One person that get a particular reward or benefit by feeding into the bullshit, by upholding and defending it. Yeah, be careful. Sometimes it's just like family trauma, family psychosis. But you have the ability to take energetic responsibility and heal yourself from it. To pull back and see it different. Like, pay attention to the details because the devil is in it. I love you like I love me because that's my capacity. But it's growing and expanding on a daily. It is. To expand my consciousness, to expand my awareness. And the more that I expand, the better things can get. Like, I have more room, beloved. Even though we don't own none of it. You could be a owner but don't own shit. We don't own none of it. We are just a steward. We are a steward. We're in the care of some things. And it is our duty and our pleasure to leave things better than it was when we found it. Yeah. Clear decks. One more card. And y'all allow it. Alpha Omega say. One more card. Uncertainty. Let me deeply trust is what they pulled. Definitely giving meditative vibes, right? And they're definitely surrounded by their energy, their aura, right? It's 11 little orbs. That's justice. May I live in the now and relax peacefully into the unfolding, knowing all the pieces of the puzzle will fall into place at the right time and not a moment before. Everything is going to fall into place. Let it go. Yep. See? Rest. Relax. Rest. All of your needs are met. Offer peace. If you offer peace, that is what you will beget. I love you like I love the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending, the source of all things. They told me that they only created one thing. One thing that they create was creation itself. In every variety, every pixel, every piece that you see, that they represent themselves. For we are them. They are us. We are not our own. We don't belong to us. We belong to self. Source, eternal life force. You are love. You are it. Light on voluntary escape, beloved. And you have the beautiful ability to live in this 3D reality where you can sense and learn all of these things. You do. You get to make choices. Every day you get to choose what you're going to do. Every day you get to choose. Don't focus your energy on trying to control other people because that's fruitless. I'm seeing a little boy from the Matrix with the spoon. It's like that's a fallacy that it really doesn't even exist. But focus on mastering yourself. When you master you, there's no limit to what you could do. Master you. Yeah, I love you just like that. I think that's a positive imprint that they wanted us to bring to you, to tell you that you are the infinite intelligence breathing. The word isn't dead, it lives through you. Love you. Ashe. What up, cuz?